Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. You're listening to the Wood Electric pregame show. Travis McClellan in the huddle with Caldwell Redskins head coach Chance Rucker, presented by MWCD, providing benefits of flood and conservation recreation since 1933. Coach, you're 5-0 in the 5th seed in Region 27. Talk about your season thus far.
You know, obviously we came into the easier part of our schedule at the beginning, and we just been doing our game plan from day one. Going out, offensive executing, obviously putting up a lot of points. Defense is executing. We have 3 shutouts on the season. We just got to continue to all 3 phases. That's special teams, defense, and offense. We keep rolling, and that's how we've been going.
Coach, last week you defeated Belpre 68-0. After watching film, talk about your team's performance.
You know, obviously there wasn't a whole lot of things that we can critique. We had 3 defensive touchdowns, a special teams touchdown. We had 10 offensive plays with the varsity. So, you know, there wasn't a whole lot we could break down. But definitely going back and through and self-scouting everything, each game that we've had so far, that's where we're taking it serious and we're moving forward and trying to create a juggernaut.
Coach, this is your 4th away trip on this young season. Talk about how you have your team ready to go into unfriendly territory and come out with a win.
You know, our main focus is just getting off the bus. If we get off the bus and we have confidence, because we already know that we have the right game plan, we have the athletes, we have the guys that can do it. So if we get off the bus and we get clicking, our guys clicking, anything can happen.
Coach, you talked about your offense. You're averaging an outstanding 51 points a game. Talk about your offense and some of your performers on that side of the ball.
Yeah, like you said, you know, this is a standout season. This is probably a record-breaking season for Caldwell as far as points per game goes. But we've got Cale Bender at the quarterback position. He's a real flatliner, man. He doesn't get too bent out of shape about anything. He stays level-headed. He can run the rock well. Then we've got Marshall Sayers, our tailback. You know, he went off of a 1,600-yard season last year, 12.5 touchdowns coming into this season. I think he's at like close to 700 yards on close to 10 touchdowns this year too. So those are our 2 main guys. And then we've obviously got receivers of speed in Braxton Dudley, Alex Herlin, Dylan Wheeler, Ethan Kroc. Those are our guys that we're trying to get the ball to out in space.
Coach, defensively, you're giving up a minuscule 2.8 points a game with 3 shutouts. Talk about the Redskins defense.
You know, we see ball, we get ball. That's kind of our defensive memo. You see it, you get it. 11 hats to the football. We got everybody flying around. Obviously, last year it was a big letdown. We were letting up, I think, 35 points a game is what we averaged, giving up. And that was our main focus this offseason. And we said we're going to improve our defense. We're going to teach these kids true football. You know, we had a lot of young guys last year, had a lot of experience, but, you know, we took the time in the offseason to really teach them football. And these guys are getting it, and we're rolling in coverages and doing all kinds of fun stuff defensively.
Coach, how's practice been this week? What's been the message to your team?
You know, like I said earlier at a different show, they said, well, what did you do? A similar question. And we just started turning the dial up, you know, turning the heat on, pressing these kids. And, you know, these guys responded. They said, you know what, Coach, pressure makes diamonds. And that's what we're ready to do. We're rolling with it. They embraced every minute of it. And I just keep turning it until we get maxed out in the playoffs.
Coach, tonight it's the Conotton Valley Rockets. What do you know about them? What do you expect from them?
You know, they got a couple big backs. They run hard. They've got a physical offensive defensive line. They're going to come firing off the ball. They got an athletic quarterback too. So, you know, if we contain those guys that we said, I think we should be A-okay.
Finally, Coach, what are your 3 keys to victory for your Redskins to leave here tonight 6-0?
Obviously, offensive, defensive line, we got to execute our game plan there. Just get our ball out to our playmakers. You know, we have 8 guys that can score at any minute. So if we get our ball to our playmakers out in open space, and then lastly, we just got to execute on special teams. Can't have any special teams errors, and we just got to stay perfect there.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, and always go Skins.
You've been in the huddle with Caldwell head coach Chance Rucker, presented by MWCD. Coming up, Joe Geckler will be joined in the huddle by Conotton Valley head coach Don Hurler Jr. You're listening to the Wood Electric pregame show in high school football right here on Z Country 99.9.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. You're listening to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler in the huddle with Conotton Valley head coach Don Hertler Jr., presented by the MWCD. Coach, the Rockets are coming off a 42-18 win over Bridgeport last week. After watching film, how do you feel your team played?
I thought both offensive and defensive fronts did a really good job, and that was not their strength, but we held up with their skill most of the time, gave up a few explosive plays, which we need to try to eliminate as many of those tonight as we can, but I was really pleased with the effort. We got everybody in the game. That's 2 weeks in a row of that, so that's a nice thing. And we played a good, solid football game last week.
Coach, your offense is averaging 41 points a game, 239 yards a game on the ground, and 159 yards through the air, led by Evan Rice, Zach Putnam, and Cam Wright. Talk to us about your offense.
Well, we want to be able to run and throw, do what we want to do when we want to do it. Evan Rice filled in at quarterback last week because Putnam was out. And he did a really nice job last week. Big key for us is our fullback, H-back Gage Gallagher, being a lead blocker. And obviously we got to win the battle up front and then not give up explosive plays. But all our receivers have played decent at times. Damon Reardon had some nice catches last week at the other wide out. And, we just have to play solid defense. We got to win the turnover battle, obviously. And we just need to weather the storm early because they're very explosive. And we just need to make it a 4-quarter game and see who's better at the end of 4.
Coach, defensively, the Rockets have forced 15 turnovers on the season. You have 6 seniors on defense, and the rest are either sophomores or freshmen. Talk to us about your defense.
We've continually gotten a little bit better. We're still missing too many tackles and still giving too many explosive plays. But we got, and Coach Nine and our defensive staff are doing a good job doing what we can do. We've had to make some adjustments defensively, personnel, weekly, and also a little bit scheme-wise because of what we have. But we've got to play solid defense tonight. We've got to get them off the field and create some punts. Obviously, we got to create some turnovers. But we definitely got to be able to slow them up a little bit. And they got a heck of an offense, and they know what they want to do, and they do it very well. They got great skill, and they got good linemen, and they're a good 5-0 team.
Coach, every team loves a community support. How does the Rockets, how does the community support the program here?
Oh, it's been going outstanding that way. We had a great crowd last week. We had an alumni weekend, and we had our Biddy Ball kids, and it was a great environment. Hopefully tonight with homecoming, our people come out and support these guys. These kids have worked really hard since I've been here the last 3 years, and it'd be nice to get them it's a big night for us. I mean, it is what it is, but it's a big night for us, and hopefully we can take care of business at home here and play our best football thus far this year.
How's practice been this week, and what's been the message to your team?
Playing 4 quarters, just blocking and tackling, being fundamental, and just playing harder and longer than them, and execution. But I just, all I really care about is our guys play with a lot of heart, and they play together, and they hustle, and whatever happens, happens. If they do those things, then I'm usually pretty happy. If we don't hustle and we don't play together and things go bad and start pointing fingers, we can't have that. And I think hopefully we're past that, but this will be a good test for that tonight. Go ahead.
Coach, you have the Caldwell Redskins this week. What do you know about them? What do you expect from them here tonight?
Well, they have 4 or 5 outstanding skilled guys. They really run well. They're strong. Their running game is very good, and they throw the ball well. They're very good in space, and they're good at running it at you. They've always played tough defense. We've got to be able to run the ball and then mix our passing game with that. So we're going to need to do a good job getting our running backs going from our tailback to our fullback to our second tailback. So we need to be able to control the ball and try to keep them off the field as much as we can, and then always just be solid with the kicking game. They got such good returners, and we haven't punted a lot, so it's a concern kicking off and punting against their good skill guys because they run very well.
Finally, Coach, what are your 3 keys for the Rockets to defend home turf and keep building that momentum down the stretch?
Well, number one, we can't get out tough for 4 quarters. We got to be equally as tough or tougher than them. Got to be solid, like I said, with the kicking game and not have those big momentum changes with the kicking game. And then just not give up the explosive plays on defense. I guess it's 4, and then do what we do on offense. You know, we need to win 3rd down and get first downs and keep the chains moving and play field position and try to get in 4-down territory and then execute those.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
You've been in the huddle with Conotton Valley head coach Don Hertler Jr., presented by the MWCD. Coming up next, starting lineups and kickoff for the Redskins and Rockets right here on Z Country 99.9. Meyer, 5'11", 220, and a senior. Right guard, number 54, Justin Lambert, 6 foot, 250, and a senior. And at right tackle, number 53, Dave Haney, 6'5", 230, and a senior. We'll get to the skill players in just a minute as they come out in an I formation. Receiver split here on the near side. Now they're going to miss and mix up the backfield as they're going to turn and hand it to the up man. That's going to be number 13, Gage Gallagher. Gets out past the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, what they did, Joe, is took the up fullback, moved into tight end, moved the tight end back in there, gave him a little strength of formation change, and ran the football on the fullback dive.
Of course, at quarterback tonight, number 10, Zach Putnam, 5'8", 150, and a sophomore. At tailback, number 6, Evan Rice. He is 5'11", 200, and a senior. At fullback, number 13, Gage Gallagher. He is 6 foot, 210, and a senior. And they're going to break the huddle quickly again. I formation as Gallagher in the front, and Rice dots the I. They're going to turn and hand, and he gets slammed to the turf here at Conotton Valley High School. Back behind the 25-yard line to about the 24-yard line. Ethan Carpenter on the stop for the Redskins.
They tried to run 47 down there. Again, they traded fullback, tight end, strength of formation, quick flip. Tried to run the down, 47 down, the old off-tackle play, and 51 Ethan Carpenter was up to the challenge.
3rd down and 6 now from their own 25-yard line for the Conotton Valley Rockets. 10:50 to go here in the first quarter, just underway from Conotton Valley High School. They're going to come out with 2 receivers on the far side, 2 here on the near side. Shotgun with Zach Putnam at quarterback. Takes a snap, looking, fires here to the near side and misses his intended receiver, number 6, Evan Rice, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Rockets.
Tried a little speed out there to Rice, trying to get him out here on the flat, one-on-one with the linebacker, and just a little misconnection. The Rockets going to have to punt here, Joe.
And back deep to return the punt is Dylan Wheeler and number 4, Braxton Dudley for the Redskins.
2 guys back, Joe. Usually tells you they're not going to come after the block here. They want to get a nice return and play field position.
It's going to be 4th down and 6 from their 23-yard line. It's going to be a high spiraling kick, fielded it inside their own territory, about the 47-yard line. Makes the guy miss, gets upfield to the 30, breaks out of a tackle, and that's where he is brought down right about the 30-yard line of the Conotton Valley Rockets, and that's where the Redskins will take over 1st and 10. And we'll take a look at the Conotton Valley Rockets defense. Travis?
The left defensive end, number 65, Robert Meyer, the 5'11", 220-pound senior. The right defensive end, number 18, Rylan Bagby. He's 6'1", 165, and a sophomore. The nose guards, number 59, Ben Haney, and number 61, Logan Reeder for the defensive line.
We'll get to the rest of them here in just a minute. They come out in a shotgun formation. Trips receivers here on the near side, 1 receiver on the far side. Shotgun with Marshall Sayre in the backfield. Now he's going to fire over here is Benner, and that's going to be number 4, Braxton Dudley. Makes one guy miss to the 20, to the 15. Tiptoes the sideline. Does he get in? No, they say he stepped out at around the 5-yard line. So Braxton Dudley takes the pass and takes it down the sidelines, tiptoes his way, and almost gets into the end zone, but he's going to be out, and it's going to be 1st and goal now at about the 5 inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. They're going to have it in shotgun formation. Benner takes a snap, going to keep it himself. He's at the 2, fights forward into the end zone, touchdown, Cale Bender for the Caldwell Redskins from 5 yards out.
Yeah, the quarterback keeper there, Joe. He followed the lead block over right tackle there and gets hit about the 2 and drags him into the end zone for the early score.
So a 5-yard touchdown run from Cale Bender, the 5'10", 165-pound quarterback for Caldwell. Gets them on the board here early. The extra point is no good, going to be wide left. And the score remains 6-0. Timeout on the field, a Kaufman Realty timeout. We'll take it with them back after this with Big Z Sports.
Welcome to the Commercial and Savings Bank. With CSB, you gain more than convenient access to products and services that promote your financial health. You're also invited into a network of relationships among customers, employees, and shareholders that contribute to the well-being and satisfaction of a community and its residents. We look forward to working with you.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics, in the business of making smiles, at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
10-11 to go here in the first quarter. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams on the sidelines for us here tonight. And Caldwell has it teed up on the 40-yard line across the way on the far side of the field. It's going to be another low end-over-end kick. Going to bounce at about the 15-yard line, fielded there on the hop. Conotton Valley returner number 23. That's Luke Smith. Takes it all the way out, and they are going to have it right about the 22-yard line, and that's where Conotton Valley will take over for their second drive of the game. Again, Zach Putnam at quarterback, 5'8", 150, and a sophomore. Evan Rice wears number 6. He's your tailback, 5'11", 200, and a senior. Receivers, number 24, Cam Wright. He's a freshman, 5'8", 140. And number 21, Brooks Bauer. He's 5'9", 155, and a sophomore. Come out in an I formation. Receiver on each side of the field. Putnam under center. Now Gallagher moves back to the fullback position. They turn, hand it off to Rice in the backfield. He gets drilled right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up one. Did Evan Rice. It's going to bring up second down.
Number 2, Ethan Cook there, the defensive end, 6'2", 185, and a sophomore with a tackle there for Caldwell. What they're doing, Joe, is they're just trading tight end and fullback instead of running the tight end across. All they're doing is switch positions and then trying to run their plays out of there. Coach Hurtler Jr. thinks that's a little quicker.
Second down and 9, 9:37 to go here in the first quarter. Caldwell leads 6-0 over Conotton Valley. I formation again, receiver on the far side now. Goes in motion, does Gallagher. Putnam rolls out to the far side, has his receiver, and it is caught at about the 29-yard line. That's going to bring up third down as Devin McKee makes the stop for the Redskins.
A little stick route or comeback route there out of the Rockets, and got the ball out quick, picked up good yardage, gives themselves a chance, third and short here.
Third down and short for the Conotton Valley Rockets. Are going to call it third and about 4. Third and 3 now with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Caldwell leads 6-0 on a 5-yard touchdown run by Cale Benner, the quarterback. I formation, receiver on each side of the field. Putnam under center with a hard count, almost draws Caldwell off sides, but they get back. Takes a snap, going to hand to Rice. He tries to find a hole and gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a fourth down for the Rockets.
Number 2, Ethan Kruk there on the stop again for the Redskins. It's going to be fourth down and about 3, Joe. They're going to have to punt it away again.
So back deep to punt the football away. Is that number 54, Trav?
Yes, sir. It looks 54 or 64.
54 is Justin Lambert to punt the football
54.
away. Going to be a high spiraling kick. Going to be fielded at about the 45, and he's going to break out of a tackle, and then he's going to be dropped at about the 46-yard line is number 4, and that's going to be Braxton Dudley, and a late penalty flag comes in from the back judge. The guys were getting up, running back to the sidelines, and a flag comes down. We'll see what the call is as the two officials meet at midfield, the white hat and the back judge.
Number 59, Benjamin Haney there on the stop, the 6'3", 208 senior for the Rockets.
It's going to be illegal block in the back against the Caldwell Redskins. That's going to back them up, and that's going to put them.
That's a spot foul, Joe, so that's going to back them up inside the 20 or 35 there.
It's going to be deep in their own territory now at about the 32-yard line for the Caldwell Redskins. Their offensive line, they got a bunch of big guys up front. Jace Norman, number 60. Number 54, Easton Depew. Number 51, Ethan Carpenter. Number 59, Colby Langley. And number 74, Seth Archer. They're going to come out in a shotgun, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. That's Braxton Dudley. He goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep, setting up a screen here on the middle, and they have it. He's out here to the 40. That's going to be Dylan Wheeler down the sidelines. Sidesteps the defender and gets into Conotton Valley territory at about the 39-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down. Nolan Caldwell on the stop for the Rockets.
Ran a little jet faked away to the far side, Joe, and ran middle screen back this way. Nice design there by the Redskins.
7:45 to go here, first quarter. Caldwell leads 6-0. They're going to hand the ball off to their tailback, number 10. That's going to be Tice DeVault. There is a flag on the field thrown by the side judge on the far sideline.
Guys, pretty clear hold, I think, from over there. So it looks like, okay, never mind. We'll take that.
Illegal block in the back again against the Caldwell Redskins. Going to back them up. It's going to be back into their own territory now, as Caldwell, 2 big penalties to start this drive.
2 blocking the back now. Joe, it's going to be first down and 20, just inside the 50-yard line. Noses the ball on the 50.
Cale Bender at quarterback, wears number 28. Odd number for a quarterback. You don't see that very often.
No, not very often.
A la Doug Flutie. For the old guys listening here tonight, Doug Flutie wore the weird number in college. They're going to hand it off to Sayre. He breaks through the line of scrimmage into Conotton Valley territory. They're struggling, bringing him down. Breaks out of a tackle. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marshall Sayre takes it, a handoff at the 50-yard line, breaks out of several tackles, shoots here to the near sideline, and gets into the end zone from 50 yards out.
Yeah, Joe, they backed up first and 20 and just ran a simple off-tackle play. Sayre's a big boy, runs hard, 5'10", 195 senior, runs hard and breaks a few tackles about the 40 and outraces the rest of the way for the touchdown.
Paisley Sidwell, the kicker for the Redskins, on the snap, the hold, and the kick. It is up, and it is good, and the score is now 13-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. Take a break, a Kaufman Realty timeout on the field. We'll take it with them back after this with Big Z Sports.
Dino Piergolini & Sons Equipment Incorporated is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. Offering the option to buy, rent, sell, or trade equipment is what separates Dino Rents from everyone else. With pickup and delivery or even field service available in their service department, Dino Rents can handle repairs needed for any make or model. Dino Piergolini & Sons Equipment is located just past Midvale Speedway and can be found on Facebook or contacted at 330-364-8055. Also offering a location in Caddis to better serve you.
Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams on the sideline. A Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard update. Garraway, they trail Claymont 7-0. Actually, it should be 7-0 Garraway. Ethan Miller plays for the Pirates, not the Claymont Mustangs. Ethan Miller, 2-yard touchdown run for the Pirates. Indy Valley up on Sandy Valley 7-0. Gavin Henry with a 48-yard touchdown run. Dover up on Canfield 7-0. Ben Ham to J.J. Barton for a 22-yard touchdown. New Philadelphia leads Mount Vernon 7-0. West Holmes up on Worcester 7-0. And Ridgewood, they lead Tusky Valley 7-0 as well. Here we have it 13-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. The last score was Marshall Sayre, a 50-yard touchdown run for the Redskins. Back deep to return this kick, number 2, Noah Smith, and number 23, Luke Smith for the Rockets. That's going to be Luke Smith at about his own 20. Takes off up to the 30, to the 35, breaks out of one tackle, gets brought down at about the 37-yard line. That's where the Rockets will take over with the best field position of the night for Conotton Valley.
Yeah, they're going to have the ball just up about the 37-yard line, Joe. They can't panic here, down 2 scores. They just have to do what they do. Stick to the game plan. You have about 10 plays scripted coming to the game. Stick to the game plan. See what you can do well and get one in the end zone here.
Zach Putnam still at quarterback. They come out with 2 receivers here on the near side. Cam Wright, and can't pick up that guy's number. Looks like number 8 maybe for Conotton Valley. Number's a little difficult to read up here in the press box. They're going to hand off to Evan Rice. Breaks out of a tackle out here to the 40. Cuts here to the near side. Going to be slung down just short of the 45-yard line at about the 40. 4-yard line. Evan Rice with a nice carry, going to bring up 2nd down and about 4.
That is number 9, Damon Reardon there, the wide receiver, Joe. But Rice come off tackle there, bounced off the linebacker, kept the feet. He runs the football hard, does Evan Rice. You can see why he has almost 1,000 yards.
The Rockets have it now in an I formation, receiver on each side of the field. There's going to be a flag on the field that stops the snap. Offsides on the defense, another penalty on the Caldwell Redskins. That's going to give the Conotton Valley Rockets a 1st down, a First Federal Community Bank 1st down.
Yeah, they're going to get a 1st down there. That's the 3rd penalty of the game on Caldwell there. Coach Rucker can't be happy with that, Joe.
Guys, funny enough, I got to see Coach Hertler run from behind the bench there and go over to the referee and point to the player who was offsides. That's the first time I've ever seen that one happen.
6:30 to go here, 1st quarter. 13-0 Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. They take the snap. Just Putnam fakes to his tailback, has a receiver. That's going to be number 13. That's going to be Gage Gallagher inside Caldwell territory, down close to the 40-yard line. They're going to say he went out at about the 44-yard line. That's going to be another, they're going to say he's just short of the 1st down marker. I thought he got to the marker, but they're calling him just short, 2nd and maybe a half a yard.
Little play action pass there out of the Rockets, Joe, and you really have to trust your line as a quarterback because you're turning your back to the defense to fake the handoff and roll out. He gets outside and gets it to Gallagher for 9 big yards.
Single set backfield now with Evan Rice as Gallagher goes in motion. Lead blocker is going to be a quarterback quarterback sneak, excuse me. That's going to be Zach Putnam through the heart of that offensive line, and he picks up the 1st down, a First Federal Community Bank 1st down for the Rockets.
The Rockets under center there on the quick snap and a quarterback sneak. He bounces off of his left guard, bounces it outside, and picks up a few more before being tackled by number 4, Braxton Dudley.
Let's head down to the sidelines. This trip to the sidelines brought to you by Dr. Nathan Springer. Nick, fast-paced offenses. They don't huddle much. We noticed Caldwell, they break and come right out.
Yeah, no kidding, guys. It has been kind of quick, and I think that might be why the Rockets are doing what they're doing right now on this drive. Seems like they're taking their time a little bit more, being a little bit more methodical. You know, they kind of got punched in the mouth here starting early. Maybe slow it down, dictate the pace a little bit, get a score on the board, get this thing back close.
Gallagher comes in motion. The hand is to Evan Rice, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss on the play. It looks like number 59, Colby Langley, shot in there and brought Rice down in the backfield.
Yeah, they tried to pull the right guard there, Joe, for a trap, and the defensive linebacker just blew that up in the backfield and nowhere to go for Rice.
13-0 Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 5:50 to go here in the 1st quarter. Conotton Valley has its 2nd down and about 13 from the Caldwell 44. Putnam takes a snap, going to get pressure. It's going to be a screen. It's going to be caught by Gallagher. Lowers his shoulder and gets slammed to the turf here at Conotton Valley High School at about the 39-yard line. Going to be a nice pickup. Going to bring up 3rd and manageable, maybe 3rd and about 8.
Yeah, you got 3rd about 8. Nice pickup there. Might have had a little something going with some blocking downfield, but Zach Putnam waited just long enough with two guys pressuring right in his lap and delivers the football just in time.
5:10 to go here, 1st quarter. Conotton Valley on the move. 3rd down and about 8 here as they take the snap out of the shotgun. Does Putnam. Fires it down the far sideline. Has a receiver. That's going to be Cam Wright, but it's going to be picked off by number 7, Alex Hurlin, for the Caldwell Redskins deep in their own territory. So the first turnover of the ball game goes to the Caldwell Redskins.
Yeah, he threw it there. Couldn't step up into the throw because of the pressure. Threw a little bit off his back foot there, up for a jump ball. And 6'3", 175 sophomore Alex Hernan goes up over the 5'8", 140 freshman and just picks it off right at the 5-yard line.
So the Redskins offense will be deep in their own territory at their own 5-yard line. Cale Bender at quarterback. Marshall Sayre, who had the big 50-yard touchdown run on their last drive. Bender going to be in the shotgun with Sayre to his right. Bender takes the snap, going to hand off to Sayre. Cuts off the left side and gets tripped up at about the 9-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 4 for Marshall Sayre.
Nice tackle there by number 23, Luke Smith, the sophomore. He's 5'8", 135. The middle linebacker gets in there and makes the stop for just a 4-yard gain. The linebacking crew, number 6, Evan Rice, number 23, Luke Smith, number 13, Gage Gallagher, and number 22, Drake Mullins for the Rockets.
Going to have it 2nd down and 6 from their own 9-yard line to the Redskins. Shotgun with Bender in the shotgun. Sayre to his left. They're going to hand it off to Sayre. He cuts through the offensive line, spins out of a tackle, but a flag does come flying in, and probably going to be a hold from that position where the flag came from. We'll see a couple penalties early tonight on Bel Air.
Yeah, that'll be
Caldwell.
Caldwell, that'll be their 4th, and that's going to be a hold, Joe. And usually when you see that thrown, you know it's a hold, a face mask, or an illegal chop. But nice play, 65. Robert Meyer, the defensive end, the 220-pound senior, came in and made a nice tackle from his left defensive end spot.
The only thing Caldwell and Bel Air have in common, they both wear the same colors.
That's correct.
Similar jersey schemes too, guys.
They do, for sure. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side of the field. Bender in the shotgun with Sayre to his right. Receiver goes in motion. They're going to do a little pop pass. That's going to be wide open for Braxton Dudley. Cuts here to the near sideline and gets shoved out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Number 24, Cam Wright, comes from his free safety spot to knock him out of bounds, but not before he can pick up a first down, Joe. The little pop pass or jet pass there, that's a quarterback's best friend because you throw it 6 inches and you get whatever yards they run there for passing yards.
And if he drops it, it's
incomplete.
So it's going to be first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line for Caldwell. A timeout on the field, and we will take it with them. A Kaufman Realty timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast, professional service to get you back on the road? This is Garrett Jacobs with AutoWorks Collision Center. We service cars, trucks, SUVs, and even semi-trucks and RVs. Whether you need auto glass replacement, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just a free estimate, AutoWorks has you covered. We even offer alignments for your heavy-duty vehicles like buses, motorhomes, and semis with our state-of-the-art Hunter alignment system. Call 330-878-4223. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Let AutoWorks of Strasburg work for you.
Conotton Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams, and we had a timeout on the field. Not sure who took the timeout. The officiating crew did not let us know that. We'll try to figure that out. We'll get to a Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard coming up here in just a moment. But the Redskins come back in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers here on the near side now. A receiver goes in motion to the far side and sets up at the end of the line of scrimmage as a tight end. Bender takes it. It's going to be a screen in the middle to number 2. That's going to be Ethan Kroc. He spins out of a couple tackles and then gets shoved down just short of the 40-yard line to about the 38-yard line. That's going to be Ethan Kroc, and that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
I think they're going to
hold up, guys. We got a flag back here.
Yeah, we got the flag. I think it's going to be a block in the back there or a defenseless defender there. Block in the back.
They do call a block in the back against Caldwell. Caldwell not doing a nice job tonight with the penalties. That's at least number 5.
Here's what's happening, Joe. They're pulling on that middle screen. They're getting the guard or tackle out here in space, and then when the defender cuts inside them, they're trying to block for their teammates, but they're getting them in the back, and their white hats seeing it and throwing the flag. That's their 3rd block in the back.
So that's going to back them way up. It's going to be first and about 20 for the Redskins now on their own 15-yard line as number 1, Dylan Wheeler, goes in motion. Bender takes a snap, rolling to the far side, fires a seed, and that's going to be number 4, Braxton Dudley. He's down the sideline, breaks out of a tackle, stiff arms another guy, and then gets shoved into Conotton Valley territory at about the 48-yard line. Braxton Dudley with a huge pickup of about 46 yards. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Number 6, Evan Rice there comes from the linebacker spot to make the tackle just inside the 50-yard line, about the 48.
13-0, Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. Caldwell has it first and 10 at the Conotton Valley 48-yard line. Shotgun formation. They're going to pitch it out here to number 4. And that's going to be Braxton Dudley. Breaks out of a tackle, spins, lowers his shoulder, and gets taken down. A nice hard tackle by number 23, Luke Smith, as it's going to bring up a Second down now for the Caldwell Redskins. We have yet another flag on the field, another holding penalty against Caldwell. Gonna back them up.
Yeah, they got caught holding again here, Joe. That's about the 7th penalty so far for the Redskins, and Coach Rucker can't be too happy about that.
Hey guys, quick note from down here on the sideline. Evan Smith is actually sitting on the trainer's table right now with some ice on his ankle. Not sure what the status is going to be for him moving forward.
Evan Smith or Evan Rice?
Noah Smith.
Noah Smith.
I saw him stumble on.
You're right.
Nick, I saw him stumble on that last kick return there. The turf monster got him, so I wonder if he has a little turf toe, a little rolled ankle, or a knee, something.
Yeah, he hobbled off the last kickoff return, and now he's getting some treatment. Is Noah Smith on the bench for Conotton Valley? Going to hand off to Marshall Sayre off the right side of that offensive line. Breaks out of a tackle. Spins out of another one. Gets down close to midfield. They're going to call him down at their own 49-yard line. Going to bring up second down for the Redskins.
Number 24, Cam Wright there, and number 59, Ben Haney on the stop for the Rockets.
Very fast-paced offenses. They don't huddle. They kind of go hurry up, and they call the play at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Dylan Wheeler goes in motion. They're going to hand off to Sayre. He gets swarmed under in the backfield this time. Looks like number 13. That's Gage Gallagher with the stop in the backfield of Marshall Sayre.
The number 61, Logan Reeder, in on the stop there too, Joe. He knifed in from the right defensive end spot and hit him low and got finished off there by the teammate.
It's going to be third down and about 13 for the Caldwell Redskins. Inside their own territory at their own 49-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers here on the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with Cale Bender, the quarterback. Bender takes a snap. They're going to hand off to Sayre. Breaks out of a tackle. Lowers his shoulder, gets very close to a first down, but he's going to be short. They're going to call him down at about the 41-yard line. Going to bring up 4th down for the Redskins.
That little buck sweep there tells me Coach Rucker was going for it the whole way, and he was in 4-down territory there and wanted to run and see how much they could get. They got a big chunk, Joe. It's 4th and 4. The Rockets defense is going to have to get a stop here.
The tailback for the Redskins, Marshall Sayre, 5'10", 195 pounds. Runs like he's about 220 pounds, folks. Very hard runner is Marshall Sayre for the Caldwell Redskins. Break the huddle, come out. Receiver split to the far side. Pistol formation, Sayre behind Bender in the backfield. 2 receivers here on the near side. They're going to hand off to Sayre. He's going to be brought down, and it looks like he is going to be held short. And that is going to bring up a turnover on downs, as Caldwell did not get that first down as they were held short, and the Rockets hold.
Number 18, the sophomore, the 6', 165 sophomore, Rylan Bagby knifes in there, Joe, and gets him around the ankles, gets him to the ground. Conotton Valley with a huge stop on defense.
We'll get to a Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard here in just a moment as the Rockets are out and ready to run their first play. 2 receivers on the far side. Pro formation. Putnam under center. Turns, hands to Rice in the backfield. Sweeps around to the right side. He's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be a loss of about 3 for Evan Rice. Quick Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard update. The Garaway Pirates A-League Claymont 21-0. Ethan Miller with 2 touchdown runs. Brady rode in a 70-yard punt return for a touchdown. Indy Valley up on Sandy Valley 14-0. Newcomerstown leads East Canton 6-0. Dover over Canfield 7-0. New Philadelphia, they lead Mount Vernon 14-6. West Holmes up on Worcester 7-0. CVCA leads Fairless 7-0. Malvern leads Strasburg 14-0. Carrollton up on Burlington 9-0. Conotton Valley gets the ball back. They're going to hand off to the fullback. That time Gage Gallagher, he gets nothing.
He's going to lose about 2 there, Joe.
And it's going to be 3rd and very long for the Rockets with about 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Redskins lead the Rockets 13-0. 3rd and 13, 5 seconds to go. That's probably going to be the final play of the first quarter, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Caldwell leads 13-0 over Conotton Valley. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Conotton Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams on the sidelines for us here tonight. A quick trip to the sidelines. Nick, this trip to the sidelines brought to you by Dr. Nathan Springer. Very fast-paced first quarter. Caldwell, a bunch of penalties, though, but they do lead 13-0.
Yeah, guys, that might be, probably the biggest proponent right now as to why this game is only at 13-0. Caldwell keeps shooting themselves in the foot. Very, very aggressive team Conotton Valley's going against, but a little too aggressive, guys. A lot of these penalties are happening after the ball is past them in the play, so they're going to be looking to mop that up. Rockets looking to finally take advantage of it, though.
Bauer goes in motion to the far side, is going to set up a play-action pass over the middle to Bauer. Oh, man, does he take a shot? Does Brooks Bauer right about midfield? He hangs on to it, but he takes a shot from the Caldwell defender. That was number 1 that delivered the shot, Dylan Wheeler. That was a huge, huge hit, just short of the first down for the Rockets.
Yeah, that looked to me like 28 Cale Bender come up from the safety spot there, and he absolutely blasted him. The quarterback coming up and putting a shot on the receiver there.
Going to be 4th down and very short, maybe a half yard at best. I formation, 2 receivers. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. Putnam takes it. I don't think he's going to get there, and he will not get there according to the side judge. Let's see what they're going to call. And it is going to be a turnover on downs. They tried a quarterback sneak, and Putnam could not get there.
Yeah, the defensive line there, they blitzed the linebackers in the A-gap, brought the outside linebackers and stunted inside on a pinch, and couldn't get any push up front, could the Rockets.
Let's see what now they're talking about, the 2 side judges.
The chain's already moved the other way. Now they're referring. They might give them the first down, Joe. They might give the Rockets the first down.
Nick McWilliams is down there on the sidelines. They're talking about.
Honestly, I didn't think he got there, Joe. I think they stuffed him in the backfield, and they gave him a generous spot to pick up the first down.
From our view here in the press box, we are literally dead right down the line, and we can see. I didn't think Putnam got there. I thought he got pushed back before he even got any forward momentum.
Right. I agree.
But they're talking about it at midfield. We'll see what they come up with.
They get to make the call. We don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, from my view from down here, from where they spotted it, looks pretty darn good for a first down potentially. But I was standing down here staring at the line of scrimmage. Putnam didn't move an inch forward, so I'm very confused as to what's happening.
And here's the other thing. They already moved the sticks, guys, so they did move them back, but they already moved the sticks once.
So we have the officials are conferencing on the field, and we'll see what happens.
They moved the spot after they spotted it.
They moved the spot backwards.
I've never seen that, Joe.
Yeah, that is so. I have not seen that either. It backed up a yard from where they originally spotted it. It was spotted at the 49-yard line of Conotton Valley. See, now they've moved it back.
Both side judges originally had it right about the first down marker. After the conference, the umpire moved it back a yard. I don't know how the umpire overrules that.
So we'll see what.
They're going to give Caldwell the first down going the other way.
So Caldwell's going to have the football 1st and 10 inside Conotton Valley territory as the White Hat now talking to Coach Hertler Jr.
The Hall of Famer.
I'm not sure what is being said, but a very interesting conversation I'm sure being had on the field right now. Real quick look at the Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. Garaway up on Claymont 28-0. Indian Valley leads Sandy Valley 14-0. Newcomerstown up on East Canton 14-0. Dover still leads Canfield 7-0. New Philadelphia up on Mount Vernon 14-6. West Holmes all over Worcester 20-0. Fairless has tied it up against CVCA at 7. So Caldwell takes back over shotgun formation As Sarah in the backfield, Rice on the blitz. He steps up. He heaves it down the near sideline. It's going to be incomplete, intended for number 7, Alex Hurlin. And that was well short of his intended receiver, going to bring up second down.
Yeah, number 32, Nolan Caldwell, the 5'7", 150-pound senior there on the coverage for the Rockets. They're playing cover 3, Joe, so what you see is a single high free safety, and the 2 corners each got a third of the field, middle and outside. And that's why Caldwell was all alone out there in coverage.
Big thanks to our sponsors tonight, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Altman Hospital, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and TMK Valley Propane. We are 13-0 here with 11:09 to go in the first half. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. They have it second down and 10 from about the 48-yard line. That's going to be an offside penalty against the Conotton Valley Rockets. A hard cadence. Got a couple of the Rockets into the neutral zone.
Yeah, the hard count there, and that's going to be a second down and 5 after the incomplete pass. And changing up the cadence, go a little hard count. Joe, as a defensive lineman, you got to use your eyes, not your ears.
Canfield has tied it up on the Dover Tornadoes at 7. Malvern leads Strasburg 14-0. Buckeye Trail up on TCC 7-0. Ridgewood shutting out Tusky Valley 14-0. Pass over the middle to number 2, Ethan Kroc, into the end zone for a touchdown from 48 yards. Cale Bender finds Ethan Kroc over the middle of the field, outruns the defenders, and scampers into the end zone for a touchdown for the Redskins.
They ran the tight end right up the seams, or what you call it in Madden, 4 verts, and he goes up the seam there, left hash, catches the football, makes one move, and bounces it outside for the touchdown.
48-yard touchdown pass from Cale Bender to Ethan Kroc, the tight end, 6'2", 185-pound sophomore for the Redskins. They're going to go for 2 as they come out, break the huddle. 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Shotgun formation with 2 backs in the backfield. Bender takes the snap, going to fake it. Nope, gives off to number 10.
Untouched.
Untouched into the end zone, number 10. That's Tice DeVold. And a 2-point conversion is good, and the score is 21-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 11:01 to go here in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Back after this. You're listening to Z Country 99.9.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams on the sidelines. Let's head down to the sidelines. Nick, that play happened right in front of you, a 48-yard touchdown pass from Cale Bender to Ethan Kroc.
Yeah, guys, you know, when you see multiple plays, they kept trying to hit the edges there, did Caldwell, and it was working well, but that just kind of softened up the defense to want to crash to either side, and there was your receiver right up the seam. And for the Rockets, you know, that was probably the worst-case scenario, down by 2 scores. You had to try to find a way to get some momentum. But the battle in the trenches right now, it's all Redskins, and unfortunately it's not been that close.
Going to be a line drive kick fielded by the up man, and he's going to get all the way back out to about the 35-yard line. That's going to be number 23, Luke Smith, for the Rockets, and that's where they will take over, 1st and 10 at about their own 36-yard line. That trip to the sidelines brought to you by Dr. Nathan Springer. Coming up at the end of the first half, we're going to have our first National Bank of Denison halftime report. The guys back in the studio, Chris Kale, Roger Metzger, and Adam Soweski will have all the scores from the area, and of course our live look-ins with our stringers at the games. Conotton Valley 1st and 10 as Gallagher goes in motion here to the near side. They're going to fake it to Rice. Putnam looking, has a receiver, and almost intercepted. That was intended for Cam Wright, the freshman. The defender looked like number 7 for the Caldwell Rockets. That's Caldwell Redskins, Alex Hurlin. Deflected it and almost picked it off, falling to the turf.
Yeah, he almost had it there. He broke it up. Pass was a little behind. He got his hands in there. He went to the turf. The ball fell and bounced on his thigh pad, bounced up again. He almost corralled it, but luckily for the Rockets, it hit the turf.
2nd down and 10 with
deep eye here, Joe.
Deep eye. as Evan Rice dots that I. They're going to fake it on the reverse, and here comes Cam Wright to the near side. Has the ball at the 30, 35 to the 40, and he's going to be submarined down just short of the 45-yard line. Cale Bender, the quarterback for the Caldwell Redskins, in on the stop, or that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Cam Wright has some wheels, Joe. They went to reverse. That's why they were so deep there. They ran the reverse to the freshman there. He's 140 pounds, and can he motor in the open field?
Man, if he would have got the corner, nobody was catching him to the end zone. That would have been a long touchdown for Cam Wright, but nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 for the Rockets. I formation, receiver on each side of the field. Putnam under center, turns and hands to Rice. He breaks out of a tackle. He's going to have enough for the first down, a First Federal Community Bank first down for number 6, Evan Rice, the 5'11", 200-pound senior.
Yeah, Evan Rice there ran through an arm tackle from number 10, Tyson DeVold. He tried to strip him there. Evan Rice, too strong, ran through there and picked up the first down.
Travis, we were on the field in the pregame. Evan Rice is a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a load to bring down, runs the football hard, 200 pounds, runs like he's 230.
I formation, offset I actually with Gallagher now dotting that I. They're going to fake it, and they're going to fake the reverse. Putnam has it, has a receiver wide open down the middle of the field, has it almost an incomplete. Number 7, Alex Hurland, knocks it out of the hands of 24, Cam Wright. And it looks like we have a flag down back here at about the 39-yard line. Going to be a hold against the Conotton Valley Rockets. And that's going to back him up.
Yeah, the left tackle there, Ben Haney, going to get tagged for the hold there. Joe, the defensive end, the right defensive end, Seth Archer coming around the corner and got taken down there. But Alex Hernan used all 6'3" of them there to knock it away.
The sophomore, Alex Hurland, knocks that.
And that's a spot foul, so it's going to be it's still second down and a long, long way.
It's going to be 2nd down and jeez.
Too far to see.
Wow, I can't even count that high, I don't think. I can take my shoes off here and
That's
count
a long
that
way,
high.
brother.
2nd down and every bit of about 33 yards for the Rockets. Shotgun formation, Putnam has it, fires over the middle of the field, has Cam Wright, catches it, breaks out of a tackle to the 40, and almost gets out of another tackle, but he's down at the 42-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down now. Should only be 3rd down. It says 4th down
I think
on the marker.
Third, Joe.
It is 3rd down and about 17 or 18 yards. They're calling it 3rd down and 17 for the Rockets.
Cam Wright on a little arrow route there. Joe, he started on the right outside and arrowed across the middle of the field, and Putnam found him and picked up some decent yardage there, so it can be 3rd and long.
Guys, the head official here is trying to say that it is 4th down, and I'm very, very confused, and so is Coach Hertler.
It is not. It should be 3rd down.
Yeah.
Because he picked up a first down. The next pass was a penalty. They took the penalty, still remained 1st down. And they're going to call a timeout on the field. We'll let them handle it, and we will take a break. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Fall brings cool evenings, football games, and weekend camping. Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District has the perfect way to recharge after a long week at work. A place to sit around a campfire making s'mores and relax as you watch the snapping and flickering flames dancing under the moonlight. Choose a campsite at Atwood or Tappan Lake Park for your fall weekend getaways. Camping is the perfect way to spend an evening under the stars with family and friends. For more information, visit mwcd.org.
Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School as the officials and Coach Don Hertler Jr. still talking about what is going on the field, and this should be 3rd down.
Yes,
we
sir.
talked about it in the break. We talked to Nick McWilliams, and we'll bring Nick in And, Nick, this should only be third down as we talked about it in the break.
Well, yeah, guys, because the first down play was that, if I'm not mistaken,
it was a
nice. Yeah, I was going to say it was a nice run, but there was also a holding which negates it, moves it back, and on a spot foul on first down, which should have been what, first and whatever we determined it was. I can't
33
remember.
33 or whatever.
So your second down play was that nice pass that went to the left side to Cam Wright.
That's correct.
So we should be sitting at 3rd and 17, unless we're forgetting a play in there. I don't know how we would, but I've never seen a coach actually run out there with like his spot sheet of what plays and what was the result of them, and actually pleading with the head referee here, like, guys, it's not 4th down.
It should be third down. I'm not sure why they are saying it is 4th down, and I'm not sure Coach Hurtler Jr. They're going to leave it. I'm not sure Coach Hurtler Jr. got the answer that he was looking for.
But he's absolutely right.
I'm going to have to go back and watch this at some point, guys, because I'm just perplexed.
Yeah, it should be third down. They're calling it 4th down. They're going to leave it 4th down and 17. Unfortunately for the Conotton Valley Rockets, this officiating crew took a play away from them, but it is what it is. They make the calls. We do not here in the booth, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 17 for the Conotton Valley Rockets. Coach Hurtler Jr. is talking to the side official, just raising his hands and stomping on the ground. Not happy with this is Coach.
He's still out on the numbers, Joe, as they're blowing it live.
He is way out on the field as the punter is back deep for the Rockets. 2 returners back for the Redskins. Going to be a low line drive, end over end kick. Going to bounce at about the 40-yard line. Fielded at about the 30. That's going to be number 4, Braxton Dudley, and he is going to take it out just short of the 45 to about the 44-yard line. That's where the Redskins will have it, and there is a penalty flag way back on the Conotton Valley 30-yard line.
That's the ball marker, Joe. Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's a penalty. It's going to be against number 10.
Looks like a block in the back against the Caldwell Redskins. Number 10, Tice DeVold, with a block in the back. It's kind of funny that the penalty flag is way back here at the opposite end of the field, and the punt was to our right.
Well, what happened was 32 was the protector here on the punt, Joe, and the defender was trying to rush the passer there, and once the punt was away, you become a blocker, and that's how he picked up the block in the back.
Joe, I apologize. Normally I'm like, hey, I got the better eyesight, but apparently not, because I thought that was one of the ball markers.
Oh, no, it's all good. The ball markers are orange.
Oh, are they?
And the flags are yellow.
Oh, thanks.
A little orange bag on the field.
That's right.
Caldwell has it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. 3 receivers on the far sideline, 1 here on the near sideline. Cale Bender in the shotgun with Sayre in the backfield to his right. Bender takes a snap, going to roll to the far sideline. Looking, going to be chased down from behind. Flips it off to his intended receiver, and that's going to be looks like that's number 2, Ethan Kroc on the reception. Going to bring up 2nd down, maybe a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Number 13, Gage Gallagher on the stop there for the Rockets. He's the 6', 210-pound senior. The outside linebacker gets out in the flats and makes the stop.
So they gave him
about 8
yards on that, 7 or 8 yards on that reception. I formation with Sayre in the backfield with Bender. We'll flip it out here to number 7, and he slips out of a tackle, tight ropes the sideline, does number 7, Alex Hurland.
A little speed out of the Redskins there. They just run the speed out and deliver the football on time, pick up the 1st down. A little extracurricular there between 7 for the Redskins, Alec Hernan, and 6 Rice there, Evan Rice for the Rockets.
It's going to be a First Federal Community Bank 1st down for the Redskins. Redskins in their black pants, white jerseys, red numerals, white numerals with a red sleeve on the jersey, red helmets. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers, 1 on each side of the field, 2 backs in the backfield. Cale Bender going to take it. He flips off to the right side, over the far side to the 30. Makes one guy miss, down the sideline again. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Cale Bender with a touchdown run from 43 yards out. And that's going to extend the lead to 27-0.
Yeah, he took the screen there on the right side and just had an escort down the sideline and runs into the end zone from 42 yards out to put the Redskins up 27-0 with the extra point to come.
Paisley Sidwell, the kicker for the Redskins. 1 for 2 on the night. The snap, the hold, and the kick. It is up, and it is good, just over the crossbar. And the score now 28-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. There's a timeout on the field, a Kaufman Realty timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
This is Carly Mills. At First Federal Community Bank, our mission is to empower the financial well-being of our community one person at a time. Through integrity and quality, we earn the trust of our customers and exceed their expectations. First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community since 1898. Serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yurixville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC.
High school football coverage with Big Z Sports and 99.9 WTUZ.
Caldwell 28, Conotton Valley nothing, 7:51 to go here in the second quarter. Caldwell kicking off to the Conotton Valley Rockets with, it's going to be a high end over
Nice
and
move.
kick. It's going to go, it's going to check up. They better pick that up, and Cam Wright does at about the 5-yard line, and he's going to take a shot at about the 10-yard line, and that's where Conotton Valley will take over deep in their own territory. 1st and 10, trailing 28-0.
Number 15, Marshall Sayer there, the senior running back on the stop down there at the ball. Joe, they let that go. Cam Wright let it go. Unfortunately for the Rockets, it checked up about the 5. A nice wedge shot there, and that sticks, and they have to pick it up. Unfortunately for them, they're backed up in the shadow of their own end.
A little sand wedge to about the 5-yard line.
No.
It checks up and rolls
No,
back
I
to the
can't do
hole.
a sand wedge like that.
I
But
can't either. My 13-year-old can, but I cannot.
I cannot either.
No. 28-0, Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. 7:46 to go here in the first half. They turn. They're going to fake the handoff. Putnam takes it. He's going to be swarmed under and dropped at about his own 2-yard line. Going to be a sack by the Redskins. Going to bring up 2nd down as Jace Norman gets the sack of Zach Putnam.
The big nose guard with the swim move there, Joe, right over center, gets up there and puts Putnam on the ground. Now the ball's inside the 5 at 1st down and 18.
They're going to call it at the 4-yard line, 2nd down and long for the Rockets.
Now, Joe, I can sandwich, but I can't sand wedge. No sand wedge for me.
Wow.
You can sandwich?
I can sandwich.
Yeah, you've had a couple tonight.
I had one sandwich and then a little loose pulled pork. It was very good.
Very good. Great food here tonight. We'll tell you about it here in just a little bit as Evan Rice is going to get tackled.
Ooh, they're going to give him
They're
forward
going to give him
progress.
forward progress at about the half-yard line, or that would have been a safety. It's going to bring up 3rd and extremely long. 3rd and about 20 now for the Rockets, trailing 28-0.
A little blitz there from the linebacker. He met Rice right as soon as he got the football, and down he went, and forward progress just outside the 1. Or outside the goal line, rather.
Wow. I don't think you could get one of Nick McWilliams' sandwiches in between the goal line and the football field, or in the football.
I mean, it wouldn't be a very substantial sandwich if you try to do that.
Man, there's no room between the football and the goal line.
I'll say 1.5.
1.5? 1.5 sandwiches?
Yes.
Or 1.5 inches?
Sandwiches.
Oh.
Well, yeah, sandwiches.
Pretty thin
It's going
sandwich.
to be a penalty, a delay.
A delay a game.
They're going to back up another 1/4 inch.
Back up. How can you back them up any farther?
That's what I said.
I don't. Hey, Nick, take a trot down to the goal line and see if you can get a picture of that football and see how close it is.
So
to the
3rd
line.
down, Joe. The Rockets don't need to get this whole 23 yards back. They need to get it out and give their punter some room here. You don't have to pick up the whole yardage. Let's get some momentum here and get some room to punt.
Shotgun, 2 receivers. Putnam takes it, fakes it, and he is going to be dropped in the end zone.
Fumble.
And the ball comes out, and we'll see what happens. Who recovers it in the end zone, and that's going to be, let's see
a safety or a touchdown?
what they are calling. The officials are talking about it. Caldwell thinks it's a touchdown. And Nick McWilliams, you were down there. What did you see right in front of you?
Guys, I mean, not to make Conotton Valley fans sad here, but I mean, I think it was pretty clear-cut fumble. Caldwell recovered in the end zone. Putnam was going onto his backside, but dropped it well before he had actually fallen down. And a Caldwell player, I think number 10, picked it up, no problem. I'm sorry, what?
What did he say, Nick? I did not hear him.
The down is being replayed, and I do not know why.
Interesting. I'm confused.
I don't think the clock ever started.
I'm confused, kind of like they are.
The clock wouldn't matter.
6:19 to go here in the second quarter. Caldwell 28, Conotton Valley nothing. It's going to be third and really long.
We were talking about golf sand wedges. This is a mulligan.
Oh, heck yeah, it's a mulligan.
Yeah, mulligan.
I guess I would say I went down to the goal line. We could get probably a foot long in between there.
A foot long, okay. All right, well, that's better than
Well, again, on third down, Joe, the Rockets just need to get a little yardage. If they don't get the first down, give themselves a room to punt and kind of change the field here.
Comes out in a single back.
Delay a game
another
again.
delay a game. Going to back them up another half an inch to the goal line. Wow. I need a halftime break. I don't know about
they
you,
are. The Rockets here are going to have to, like I said, Joe, they need to get the ball on the perimeter a little bit. The middle of that, the Redskins defense is very strong. Pick up about half of this if you don't get it all. Obviously, you want the first down, but you got to give your punter room to punt.
6:01 to go here in the first half. Caldwell leads 28-0. Conotton Valley has it on their half-inch line. Putnam has it. Going to throw a fade route to his receiver. Going to be incomplete, intended for Cam Wright. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's going to be fourth down. And, Joe, here's the problem. They're on the half-yard line, and they're not going to get the full 14 to 15 yards to punt. It's going to be a short one. He's going to have to one-step it and get it out of there. The Redskins more than likely are going to end up with great field position.
It's going to be a tough punt here. His heels are on the back end line of that end zone.
Yeah, they are, and he's only got about 10.5 yards to work with instead of the 14. Caldwell didn't come after it at all.
It's going to be a low wobbling kick, going to be fielded about the 32-yard line by number 1. He breaks out of a tackle at about the 20-yard line, going to be dropped. And that's going to be Dylan Wheeler.
Nice open field tackle there.
So Wheeler gives him great field position. He fielded it about the Conotton Valley 32-yard line, takes it up to about the 10-yard line. So Caldwell in business here, 1st and 10 inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Nice tackle, open field tackle there by Zach Putnam. Gets into his inside knee and takes him out. That's nice technique there out of the quarterback, making the stop.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. Bender in the shotgun. They hand off to Sayre. He goes to the right, slips out of a tackle, down to the 5-yard line, running hard. Gets down inside the 5-yard line. At about the 1-yard line does Marshall Sayre, the tailback for the Caldwell Redskins.
Little off tackle there. He takes the false step left, comes back to the right side between right guard and right tackle, and powers his way to the 2.
Coming up, our First National Bank of Denison halftime report with Chris, Roger, and Adam back in the Hartshorse Quality Housing Studios. They'll have you all the first half updates, scores, and live look-ins when our game goes to the half. Right now it's Caldwell 28, Conotton Valley nothing, 5:05 to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation again, 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. As receiver goes in motion, and they're gonna
nice
get
play.
Sayre in the backfield for a loss that time as they handed it off out of the shotgun. And Sayre was brought down in the backfield.
They brought Drake Mullins, number 22, the 5'8", 140-pound senior on the A-gap blitz. He came in between the center and the left guard, shoots in, gets flat, and makes the tackle. Nice stop there by the middle linebacker.
4:29 to go here in the first half. Caldwell 28, Conotton Valley nothing. Shotgun formation, receiver here on the near side, receiver on the far side, 2 backs into backfield with Bender. He's going to hand it off to number 10. He gets into the 5, into the end zone, touchdown, number 10, Tice DeVold for the Caldwell Redskins, makes the lead 34-0.
Yeah, they went. They outmanned them there at the point of attack, Joe. They brought the fullback. They brought the guy in motion, handed to him. He goes over between tackle and tight end and gets into the end zone. Does number 10.
So Paisley Sidwell on for the extra point. Number 1, Dylan Wheeler, the holder for Sidwell. The snap, the hold, and the kick. It's going to be high and up through the middle of the goalpost, and that is going to be good, and it increases the lead to 35-0 for the Caldwell Redskins. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them back after this. You're listening to Big Z Sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
How does a new career in an extremely high-demand field sound to you? Well, the former Crane Carrier Company in New Philadelphia is now Battle Motors. Battle Motors is expanding rapidly for their all-new heavy-duty electric truck production. Battle Motors has immediate openings for assemblers, electrical technicians, painters, blasters, as well as numerous engineering and design positions. If you're interested in a great career opportunity, apply online at battlemotors.com/careers.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. 35-0 Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. A quick Auto Works Collision scoreboard update. The Garaway Pirates all over Claymont, 42-0. Indy Valley up on Sandy Valley, 35-7. Newcomerstown leads East Canton, 14-7. Dover Canfield tied at the half at 7. New Philadelphia up on Mount Vernon, 17-6. West Holmes all over Worcester, 34-0. CVCA leads Fairless 14-7. Malvern shutting out Strasburg 28-0. Buckeye Trail shutting out TCC 14-0. Ridgewood all over Tusky Valley 35-0. And Carrollton leads Marlington 29-0. Here we have it, 35-0 Caldwell over Conotton Valley. As Luke Smith and Cam Wright back to return this kickoff. That's going to be Cam Smith at about the 11. Oh, Cam Wright, at about the 11-yard line. He takes a vicious shot at about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Rockets take over, 1st and 10.
Number 59, Colby Langley, the middle linebacker, the senior, first one down on coverage for Caldwell, and takes a shot. And if you remember, Joe, number 2 for the Rockets got injured early on the Noah Smith. He got injured early on the kick return, and maybe that's hampering the Rockets there.
So the Rockets trailing 35-0 with 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Receiver in motion. Putnam back to throw. Going to have a little screen out here to number 6. Evan Rice gets a block. He's out here at 25 to the 30. To the 35, he gets taken down at about the 38-yard line is Evan Rice. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Well designed there by the Rockets. They take advantage of the aggressive pass rush there and throw the running back screen out of the backfield to the flats. The nice job by right guard, right tackle, getting out and giving him a Conway downfield. They pick up big yards. The best play there of the Rockets here the first half, Joe. Nice job.
1st and 10 now for the Rockets. 3 receivers here on the near side as Gallagher now goes in motion to the far side. They're going to hand off to Evan Rice. He gets dropped in the backfield. That time number 51 was in there.
Ethan Carpenter, Joe.
Ethan Carpenter from his defensive end position knifes in and gets Evan Rice to the turf. Brings up 2nd down and about 12.
Carpenter, the defensive end, also twilights as the center for the Redskin offense.
.320 to go here in the first half. Caldwell 35, Conotton Valley nothing. They have it 2nd down and 12 now from their own 36-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side. Gallagher goes in motion. They're going to fake it, going to have a blitz off the end, and Putnam absolutely takes a shot from number 2 for Caldwell. Ethan Kroc absolutely laid the lumber on Zach Putnam in the backfield. That's going to be a huge loss. Brings up 3rd down and about 21.
Yeah, Ethan Kroc and Tyson Devold, their number 10, met at the quarterback and putting them down to the turf. Very, very physical defense.
Caldwell, a very physical football team here tonight. They tackle hard. They tackle through the whistle. They block through the whistle. Conotton Valley need to make some adjustments here at the half. Trailing 35-0. Coming up, our First National Bank of Denison halftime report with the guys back in the studio.
Ball on the ground, picked up.
Ball on the ground, and it is picked up as looks like that was number 6. Evan Rice picks it up and takes a shot. He gets up hobbling a little bit. Was that number 6? Nope, that was number 13. Excuse me, Gage Gallagher. He was tied up by his legs, and somebody came up and hit him high. It was Jace Norman, 6'2", 275-pounder, takes a shot to Gallagher. Not too small of a guy himself, 6 foot 210. But
that was a big collision.
It was a big collision for sure. That's going to bring up 4th down now, a legit 4th down for the Rockets. They're going to take a timeout on the field, and we will keep it right here. We're going to go over an Auto Works collision scoreboard update. Garaway leads Claymont 49-0 in the second quarter. In the second quarter, Indian Valley leads Sandy Valley 35-0. At the half, Newcomerstown leads East Canton 14-7. Canfield and Dover tied at 7 at the half. New Philadelphia, they lead Mount Vernon 23-6 at the half. West Holmes all over Worcester 41-0. CVCA leads Fairless 22-7. Malvern shutting out Strasburg 28-0. Buckeye Trail leads TCC at the half 14-0. Ridgewood shutting out Tusky Valley 35-0 in the second quarter. And at the half, Carrollton leads Marlington 29-0. And that's going to be your Auto Works collision scoreboard update, as Conotton Valley going to punt the football away. Going to be a high, short kick, and it's going to take a bounce, and Conotton Valley will down it at about the 45-yard line, and that's where Caldwell will take over.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball just inside the 45 at the 44 with $1:59 to go. A nice timeout there by Coach Ruckert. He wants the ball with the chance to score again with the ball on the plus 44 here and $1:59 to work with 2 timeouts.
$1:59 to go here in the first half. 35-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. 2 receivers here on the near side for the Redskins. That's Alex Herland and Dylan Wheeler. Receiver split on the far side. Bender in the shotgun. Wheeler goes in motion. They're going to pop pass. Going to be a reverse here to Braxton Dudley. Makes one guy miss out here to the 30, to the 25, spins out of another tackle inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line, and that's where Braxton Dudley will be brought down inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. It looks like there is a official's timeout on the field. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, the number 24 there for Cam Wright, the freshman, comes over and makes the stop. And it's going to be the Redskins ball right at the nose of the 15-yard line.
The Redskins inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, leading 35-0. 1:35 to go here in the first half.
Redskins with the sugar huddle here, Joe.
3 receivers on the far side. Shotgun formation with the receiver here on the near side. As Bender takes the snap, rolls here to the near side, has his receiver, and he makes the catch just short of the 5-yard line. That's going to be number 7, Alex Herland, for the Redskins. And that's going to be another first down, a First Federal Community Bank first down, 1st and goal now from about the 4-yard line.
A little sprint out to the boundary there by quarterback Cale Bender, turns his shoulders square and delivers the football.
That's such a hard roll for a righty.
It is a hard roll for a righty, especially the short side of the field. You really got to square your shoulders to the line of scrimmage and deliver the football with a lot of arm strength.
3 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Bender in the shotgun with Marshall Sayre to his left. Bender takes a snap. They're still throwing. Little screen out here to the near side to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown for Dylan Wheeler for the Redskins, makes the score 41-0.
Yeah, they went to the wide side of the field there. They ran him from the slot receiver there, little bubble screen, ran off with 2 slants from the outside, run the bubble behind it, and got one-on-one out there with Wheeler, and he gets in the end zone.
58 seconds to go here in the first half as Paisley Sidwell on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is right down Broadway. 42-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 58 seconds to go here in the first half. Timeout on the field. A Kaufman Realty timeout. We'll take it with them back after this with Big Z Sports.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
42-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 58 seconds to go here in the first half. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams on the sidelines here for us tonight. The Claxton Communications crew here with us as well. Lydia Brady on the controls for Claxton Communications tonight and every Friday night for Big Z Sports. As Cam Wright and Luke Smith back deep to return this kickoff from Caldwell. Another high end over end kick. Going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line by Cam Wright. He's out to the 15, to the 20. Takes an absolute shot from Cale Bender. The quarterback meets Cam Wright at about the 15. That was about the 15, 16-yard line. He came shot out of a cannon. Was that Colby Langley? Yeah. I thought it was 28.
It does look
Cale
like
Bender.
28, but it is 59, 58. That was 59, Colby Langley there with the shot.
Wow, that
was the middle linebacker.
Big-time hit. And that's where the Rockets will take over. They're calling him forward progress at the 20-yard line. Two receivers here on the near side. Putnam under center with Rice in the backfield. Gallagher now goes in motion here to the near side. They're going to hand off to Rice. Linebacker blitzes up the middle and drops Rice on the turf for a loss.
Yeah, as soon as the Redskins see a guard pull, Joe, they're following him in there. That was 15. Marshall Sayer comes in behind and gets Rice to the ground.
34 seconds to go here in the first half. Caldwell leads 42-0 over Conotton Valley here on homecoming at Conotton Valley. Beautiful facility, though, for the Conotton Valley Rockets. The yellow end zones, the CV with the Rocket in the middle at the 50-yard line. Great atmosphere here. Beautiful facility for the Rockets. Something to be proud of here at the high school. Two receivers here on the near side. Gallagher now goes in motion. They're going to hand to Rice again. Same play, and they're going to get strung out. Lowers his shoulder, does Evan Rice. And he gets up to about the 17-yard line. Going to bring up third down, and that's going to do it. And that is halftime here at Conotton Valley High School with the score. Caldwell 42, Conotton Valley nothing. And that's going to take us to our first National Bank of Denison halftime show. Again, halftime score, Caldwell 42, Conotton Valley nothing. We are at halftime, and we'll be back with Big Z Sports.
Based on a foundation of trust and integrity, Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving the greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities with experience in residential and commercial projects. The pursuit of quality workmanship and commitment to superior customer service has positioned Jeff Wallach LLC as a respected installer of seamless siding, spouting, and replacement windows and doors for more than 25 years. Turn your vision into a reality by visiting jeffwallachllc.com.
The Lehigh Inslee Insurance Agency is proud to be a part of this high school sports broadcast. We support the student athletes on the team and the students in all extracurricular activities. Hi, I'm Todd Inslee. In fact, your good student may qualify for discounted auto insurance rates from companies like Encova Insurance. Encova Insurance can provide you with homeowners insurance and life insurance too. Insure both with us and save even more. For a no-obligation quote, call the Lehigh Inslee Insurance Agency with locations in New Philadelphia and Eurexville.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County dairy farmers. Farms, family, food.
All of the talks we've had over the years, including what you told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for talking with me and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, and to learn more about the SAMHSA Talk to Hear You campaign, visit empowertusk.com.
The Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties is an agency established for the purpose of planning, funding, monitoring, and evaluating contracted mental health, alcohol, and drug treatment services. Services across 4 local agencies are available for county residents regardless of ability to pay. Mental health and physical health are connected, and taking care of both is a requirement for your well-being. Go to adamhtc.org for more information. Adams Board, supporting your journey to wellness.
Jackie P. Photography understands there are many life moments that occur, and having pictures of those events is very important and shouldn't break the bank to have them. Jackie P. offers quality professional photography at an affordable price and offers services for weddings, engagements, family, senior pictures, plus any other special time in your life. To see just what Jackie P. can offer, find her on Facebook and follow on Instagram. To capture those special moments at an affordable price, visit JackiePphotography.com.
Pizza Parlor 5 in Sugar Creek satisfies the hunger you have inside. Try their parlor sub. It's made to order with ham, pepperoni, lettuce, onions, tomatoes, banana peppers with a special blend of provolone cheese and Pizza Parlor's homemade Italian dressing on a fresh bun baked to perfection. Try their ATM pizza that has all the meats: pepperoni, sausage, ham, and bacon. Pizza Parlor 5 Sugar Creek, 330-852-4888.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck this fall.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
TMK, service with a personal touch.
Fall is in the air. Winter is coming. Call the propane guys at TMK Valley Propane. We make sure your home is warm and cozy all winter long. Serving your local area, we bring you the best in service. Call today.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products, DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC vitamins and minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Tailgating season is here, so why not do it in style with a new car, truck, or SUV from Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover. Choose a winning game plan when you bring your trade and ask about great financing options on any car, truck, or SUV on the lot. Joel and the Parkway CDJR team will help you shop and find the best deal for you. No hassle and no stress. Football season is the perfect time for a great deal, so pick a winner at Parkway Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover today. Your way, the right way. Visit ParkwayChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and drive forward.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Jeanette and Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn in New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Phil with the Ford Parkway Quick Lane Service. When the vehicle that transports your team needs maintenance, you expect it to be done accurately and quickly so you can get back on the road. Don't get sidelined by your vehicle. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my all-star team at Parkway deliver you the winning combination to keep you on the road and safe for the long haul.
Valley on the ground.
And you're out even in the elements if it's raining, whatever. I work in the trees, so but it's a lot of fun.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome to the Commercial and Savings Bank. With CSB, you gain more than convenient access to products and services that promote your financial health. You're also invited into a network of relationships among customers, employees, and shareholders that contribute to the well-being and satisfaction of a community and its residents. We look forward to working with you.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics, in the business of making smiles, at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Dino Piergolini & Sons Equipment Incorporated is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. Offering the option to buy, rent, sell, or trade equipment is what separates Dino Rents from everyone else. With pickup and delivery or even field service available in their service department, Dino Rents can handle repairs needed for any make or model. Dino Piergolini & Sons Equipment is located just past Midvale Speedway and can be found on Facebook or contacted at 330-364-8055. Also offering a location in Caddis to better serve you.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast, professional service to get you back on the road? This is Garrett Jacobs with AutoWorks Collision Center. We service cars, trucks, SUVs, and even semi-trucks and RVs. Whether you need auto glass replacement, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just a free estimate, AutoWorks has you covered. We even offer alignments for your heavy-duty vehicles like buses, motorhomes, and semis with our state-of-the-art Hunter alignment system. Call 330-878-4223. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Let AutoWorks of Strasburg work for you.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Pat Ferris of Ferris Chevrolet Buick and Toyota. High school sports bring out the best in our schools and in our communities, and the people at Ferris have always believed in the importance of athletics and academics, just like we believe in the great cars and trucks we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we're a great tradition in this area. Ferris, on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Brings cool evenings, football games, and weekend camping. Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District has the perfect way to recharge after a long week at work. A place to sit around a campfire making s'mores and relax as you watch the snapping and flickering flames dancing under the moonlight. Choose a campsite at Atwood or Tappan Lake Park for your fall weekend getaways. Camping is the perfect way to spend an evening under the stars with family and friends. For more information, visit mwcd.org.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
This is Carly Mills. At First Federal Community Bank, our mission is to empower the financial well-being of our community one person at a time. Through integrity and quality, we earn the trust of our customers and exceed their expectations. First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community since 1898. Serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yurixville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC.
How does a new career in an extremely high-demand field sound to you? Well, the former Crane Carrier Company in New Philadelphia is now Battle Motors. Battle Motors is expanding rapidly for their all-new heavy-duty electric truck production. Battle Motors has immediate openings for assemblers, electrical technicians, painters, blasters, as well as numerous engineering and design positions. If you're interested in a great career opportunity, apply online at battlemotors.com/careers.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Based on a foundation of trust and integrity, Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving the greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities with experience in residential and commercial projects. The pursuit of quality workmanship and commitment to superior customer service has positioned Jeff Wallach LLC as a respected installer of seamless siding, spouting, and replacement windows and doors for more than 25 years. Turn your vision into a reality by visiting jeffwallachllc.com.
The Lehigh Inslee Insurance Agency is proud to be a part of this high school sports broadcast. We support the student athletes on the team and the students in all extracurricular activities. Hi, I'm Todd Inslee. In fact, your good student may qualify for discounted auto insurance rates from companies like Encova Insurance. Encova Insurance can provide you with homeowners insurance and life insurance too. Insure both with us and save even more. For a no-obligation quote, call the Lehigh Inslee Insurance Agency with locations in New Philadelphia and Eurosville.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
All of the talks we've had over the years, including what you told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for talking with me and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, and to learn more about the SAMHSA Talk to Hear You campaign, visit empowertusk.com.
The Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties is an agency established for the purpose of planning, funding, monitoring, and evaluating contracted mental health, alcohol, and drug treatment services. Services across 4 local agencies are available for county residents regardless of ability to pay. Mental health and physical health are connected, and taking care of both is a requirement for your well-being. Go to adamhtc.org for more information. Adams Board, supporting your journey to wellness.
Jackie P. Photography understands there are many life moments that occur, and having pictures of those events is very important and shouldn't break the bank to have them. Jackie P. offers quality professional photography at an affordable price and offers services for weddings, engagements, family, senior pictures, plus any other special time in your life. To see just what Jackie P. can offer, find her on Facebook and follow on Instagram. To capture those special moments at an affordable price, visit JackiePphotography.com.
Pizza Parlor 5 in Sugar Creek satisfies the hunger you have inside. Try their Parlor Sub. It's made to order with ham, pepperoni, lettuce, onions, tomatoes, banana peppers with a special blend of provolone cheese and Pizza Parlor's homemade Italian dressing on a fresh bun baked to perfection. Try their ATM pizza that has all the meats: pepperoni, sausage, ham, and bacon. Pizza Parlor 5 Sugar Creek, 330-852-4888.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck this fall.
Nothing else to talk. Back out here to Conotton Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, and Nick McWilliams on the sidelines. And we are at halftime. Caldwell leads 42-0. And we're going to bring in someone that's very familiar to the airwaves. And it's great to be a part of her high school now. And a former full-time co-worker. Now we're part-time. I don't know what you want to call us, but Shauna Berkey joining us here.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm freezing.
You're freezing.
Yeah.
Why are you freezing?
Well, it's a little chilly out there.
It's warm. It's great. It feels great up here.
Yeah. Well, you got a little bit of a shelter from the wind.
We
but
do.
No, it's a good night. It's awesome to have you guys here. We're so excited to have you out here at Conotton.
We are
I
enjoying
wish
our
we
time.
were having a better game
You know
for
what?
you to
It
come
happens,
out to,
for
but
sure.
you know.
It is homecoming. A nice crowd on hand. And who
Sure.
was the homecoming queen?
Carly Copeland.
Okay, you did a
Yeah.
nice job announcing that in the
Thank
pregame.
you, sir. Yeah.
And so tell the listeners what exactly you do here now at Conotton Valley.
Oh, you got a while?
Oh yeah, sure. We got a minute 28
All
plus
right.
the whole second
Here we
half.
go. We got a minute. I teach 6 through 12.
6 through 12.
Yeah,
okay.
so I teach middle school communications.
Okay.
I teach audio broadcasting for high school, which is radio, which we
Awesome.
all know,
Oh, yeah.
and then also video broadcasting and journalism.
Awesome. Okay.
So I got a full plate, but I love it.
How
I
did you learn how to
absolutely
do
love
that? You've never done that before.
it. No, listen, they made me go back to school.
Okay.
They let me start teaching without knowing anything.
Okay.
And that's just how it
Kind of
goes.
taught yourself.
yeah. So I'm a career and tech teacher, which
Okay.
is a little bit different. So I kind of cheated getting into it all.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I got my license before I ever taught
Sure.
or went to school for it.
Yeah.
So no, but I love it out here. They are just, the program is expanding.
Yeah.
We teach radio. You and I love radio.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
So you even got, you were my very special guest. I got to introduce you as sports royalty last year. You guys came out and talked to my classes, and that was tremendous.
Well, I
So-
just rode along Chris Kale's coattails. That's the only reason I came out, because Chris was with me.
Yeah, because
so.
he was making an appearance.
He was. He's
Yeah.
he's the celebrity. I'm just some sports guy.
Well, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right?
It does, yeah, for sure. But I know you love it out here so much. Your kids are here.
They do. Listen, this is my 3rd year. I came out 2 years ago, and I kind of joked around. I'm like, hey, you guys want to go to school with Mom? And they're like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Last year they were like, hey, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
They came out and they loved it.
Awesome.
The small environment is great for them. They're doing great academically, and there's a lot to say for the smaller schools.
Yeah.
It's a family. We all went through a tough time last year, and it kind of just reminds you of how important it is to have a community and a family within your school district.
Oh, for sure. And
Yeah.
it's hard to believe that you're younger than me, but you have a freshman. I only have an 8th grader. How does that work?
I know, they're a year apart.
Yes.
Tomorrow's homecoming.
Okay. Is she
And,
going?
She is.
Okay.
I
Her
have-
date?
I have begged her to let me go as a chaperone. She is like mortified at the thought of it. She has told me she will not go if I show up. So
Okay.
Mom's staying home, but it is what it is. So
You
I
were
don't know.
you were told you got to get back for 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock for your show
listen,
tonight.
I love Friday nights in the fall because I get a night off.
You've always loved Friday nights in the fall.
I do. I love you guys,
Well-
and we appreciate you so much coming out.
Well, thank you. You're gonna hang tight here for this opening kickoff as Conotton Valley's gonna line drive kickoff to the up man. He's gonna field it. Had a knee down, was number 1, Dylan Wheeler, and that's where the Caldwell Redskins will take over. But Shauna Berkey, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Thanks for having us out here. Great facility. We can't wait to get back. There's a new building along
Listen.
over the other side of the high school that
The
we can't
$1,000,000
wait to
question.
get to. Yeah.
You guys better be out here.
We will.
I'll be looking for you. It's going to be a great night.
A little birdie told me maybe the first part of December.
Listen, there's a lot of little birdies talking.
I know.
So
That's
it's
what
a
we
$1
heard.
million question.
There we go. So
You'll be the
awesome.
first to know.
Awesome. Thank you. That's Shauna Berkey joining us here as, of course, you hear her normally 7 to midnight on Z Country 99.9. She's out here teaching, broadcasting, and all kinds of good stuff out here at Conotton Valley. We appreciate Shauna taking the time to join us here as the Redskins going to hand it off to number 4, Braxton Dudley. He gets out past the 30-yard line to about the 32-yard line. And it's going to bring up second down for the Redskins. Moving clock here in the second half. Caldwell leads 42-0.
That's going to be a first down pickup, Joe. They gave them the spot. It's going to be a first down there for the Redskins.
Dude, that is your brand new polo, and you've already got it dirty because you were stuffing your face during that interview. Come on.
Well, wait a minute.
Did you even wash that thing today?
First of all, I did wash it.
Okay.
Second of all, this wasn't my fault. I backed up against the wall to let people through, and they juiced me. So.
Oh, you had a big old brown
You think
spot.
I would miss Kathy Spotzer's pulled pork and hit my shirt? That won't happen.
You guys are killing me right now as I'm down here having to listen to this.
They're going to hand it off to Marshall Sayre off the right side for the first down run. Going to be a pickup of about 1 yard for Sayre. But again, Kathy Stotzer, phenomenal food. Unbelievable. The pulled pork with the barbecue. Nick, it's really hot, delicious. The barbecue does great things. There's great sweets on the other side over here. And I know you're down there and you're starving because you told me you haven't eaten since breakfast
Don't
this
forget
morning.
the dips, Joe.
I thought for a second there when you started that saying by it's hot, and I'm like, Joe, no, it's not. It's 50 degrees outside right now, but never mind.
It's about 72 up here. So
It is. Well, honestly, though, what I'm excited about, guys, this is like the first official week it's felt like football weather, which makes me so excited.
I agree, man. It's a beautiful night for some high school football. Second down and 9 for the Redskins. They're going to hand off again to number 4. Braxton Dudley breaks out here to the 40, to the 50, stops, turns, and cuts back across the field, and he's down now at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be a First Federal Community Bank first down for Braxton Dudley and the Caldwell Redskins.
I thought Dudley was going to go out of bounds here, Joe, and he did the chuck move, jumps back inside, picks up a few more yards. Ball's going to be nestled right on the 45-yard line.
You know, we're right here in the press box, wide open windows. We took the windows out when we got here. We can feel the cold air coming in a little bit. It does feel like football out
I love football weather. This is it for me, and I don't like it when it's 95 and I have to sweat.
I don't want to hear you two talk about, I feel the cold.
9:15 to go, third quarter. Bender takes the snap, spins out of a tackle, goes down at about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. 9 minutes to go here, third quarter running clock. Caldwell leads 42-0 over Conotton Valley here at homecoming for the Rockets.
Yeah, number 22, Drake Mullins there on the stop for the Rockets.
$8:37 to go here, third quarter. The Redskins break the huddle. They actually huddle for the first time in the game. 10 seconds on the play clock. Receiver on the far side, one here on the near side. Bender in the backfield with 2 running backs. They're going to hand it to Sayre. He cuts here to the near side, cuts back, and he's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
And a penalty.
And there is going to be a penalty flag thrown by the side judge here, and we will see what happened as number 6, Evan Rice, is slow to get up off the turf here as he limps over to the sidelines, but there is a penalty flag. Going to be looks like going to be a holding penalty against Caldwell.
Yeah, Joe, that's going to be a spot foul from about the 40, so it's going to be second down and 10. It looks like for the Redskins.
8:18 to go here in the third quarter.
Guys, for what it's worth, no surprise from how we've seen Evan Rice run the football. Basically refused to go over to the medical trainer's table or whatever. Just got a bottle of water and is walking back and forth, basically saying, guys, I'm getting back out there.
That's that farm tough, right, Nick?
Something like that.
What's stronger, fellas? Weight room strong or farm strong?
Farm strong, just so you know.
What do you think, Trav?
I don't know.
Trav's a weight room guy. Nick is a farm guy, so I'm gonna go farm strong. These farm kids are really strong.
I think they're more naturally strong.
Here's the difference, guys. When we're talking about weight room strong, we're talking about big numbers for bench press, big numbers for squat, things like that. But farm strong's more of your functionality, strength, and daily life, which that's why I would say is
I can agree with that, Nick.
Good point, Nick.
But when you go to the NFL Combine, they don't move bales of hay. They move weights.
Well, maybe we need to start petitioning for that.
Third down at about 12 yards for Caldwell. They have 3 receivers here on the far side, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side is Hunter Parks. Shotgun with Sayre in the backfield with Bender. Bender takes a snap, going to fake it. Going to get a lot of pressure. Going to be a middle screen, and it's going to be complete, but he is going to be stopped as number 1, Dylan Wheeler, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That screen was read really well there by the Conotton Valley defense, and nice tackle there by number 22, Drake Mullins, and number 59, Ben Haney, the nose tackle, the defensive tackle there. They read that really well, and Converge made the stop.
6:45 to go here, third quarter. Running clock, 42-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. Looks like Caldwell going to punt the football away to the Rockets. Cam Wright back to return the punt. Going to be a high wobbler. You're going to let it bounce. He bounces at about the 11-yard line, checks up, and it's going to be down at about the 12-yard line. That's where Conotton Valley will take over. Big thanks to our sponsors tonight, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Altman Hospital, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, TMK Valley Propane, Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Nick McWilliams. We're in our Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studios. And we are here at Conotton Valley on homecoming, 42-0 Caldwell.
Now, if you're Conotton Valley, Joe, I know the score isn't where you want it, 42-0, but you can come out and work for things. This game may be out of reach, but you can work for the rest of the season. You got 4 more games and possibly the playoffs down the road. You got to work your game plans.
Offset high. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, Gallagher. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it for the Rockets. Going to bring up 2nd down.
I'll say this about the Redskins, Joe. They gang tackle. They run to the football real hard.
Coming up at the conclusion of our game, our Parkway Quick Lane post-game show. And, of course, the chocolate milk handed out to both schools thanks to the Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers and your local Bueller stores. And Jackie P. Photography taking pictures for Big Z Sports. We'll have them up on our social media accounts on Saturday mornings. 5:30 to go here. Evan Rice with the carry. He's off the right side up to about the 15-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down for the Rockets. Trailing 42-0.
Going to be about 3rd and 9, Joe, with about 5:10 to go here in the third quarter.
We'll get to a Auto Works Collision scoreboard update here in just a moment. But we have 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Caldwell 42, Conotton Valley nothing.
Guys, the chocolate milk is still the best recovery drink, but they might want hot chocolate after how cold it's gotten out here.
I know. I mean, I'll take some cold chocolate milk up here.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it tastes really good. Putnam takes a snap out of the shotgun, fires over the far side, has his intended receiver.
Nice throw, nice catch.
That was going to be number 24, Cam Wright, and that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Great job by Putnam there to stick in the pocket, Joe, and deliver the football, and nice catch there on the outside.
Quick Auto Works Collision Center scoreboard update. Garraway up on Claymont 49-0. Indian Valley leads Sandy Valley 42-14. Newcomerstown leads East Canton 20-14. Canfield up on Dover 14-7. New Philadelphia all over Mount Vernon 37-6. West Holmes shutting out Worcester 48-0. More scores here in just a minute after this play. Receiver in motion, that's Evan Rice. Going to have a screen out to Gage Gallagher, out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Lowers his shoulder into Caldwell territory, and that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down. The biggest play of the night for the Rockets.
A little backside screen there out of the Rockets. They get the ball outside to Gallagher, and he picked up big yards. He got some steamrolling, did the big fella, and gets down there at 6 foot 210.
More scores on the scoreboard. CVCA leads Fairless 22-7. Malvern shutting out Strasburg 28-0. Buckeye Trail shutting out TCC 27-0. Ridgewood 35. Tusky Valley 7. Carrollton 29-0 over Marlington at the half. First down and 10 at the Caldwell 45-yard line. They hand off to Gallagher. He's up to the 40-yard line, and he's going to be dropped. Say his momentum took him to the 39-yard line. And that's going to bring up second down now for the Rockets.
That was number 23, Luke Smith there, the sophomore in for Rice. They ran 20 trap there, Joe. The backside guard pulled and kicked out the defensive tackle, and he hits it up inside him.
So Gallagher still in. He's now at the tight end position, right side of the offensive line at the wing spot. 2 receivers here on the near side. Luke Smith at tailback. Putnam takes a snap, fires over there, has his receiver, Cam Wright. And he is going to be slung out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That's going to be enough for another First Federal Community Bank first down.
The Rockets here picking up some momentum, Joe, with another first down, and that's without their fullback, Evan Rice. They are moving the football down the field with Gallagher and Cam Wright.
Guys, I still have to give credit where credit is due for these Redskins tonight. It's been a while since I've seen a Division VII high school football team hit as hard as these guys have.
Very physical football team is Caldwell. Nick, great observation there. 2 receivers here on the near side as Smith goes in motion, a jet sweep off the left side, and he is going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Going to bring up second down and about 12 now for the Rockets.
They tried to jet to the left, and number 60, Jace Norman, the big nose guard, nice in there and gets him to the ground just behind the line of scrimmage.
1:35 to go here, third quarter. 42-0. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley.
Evan Rice still here on the sidelines, hands on hips, talking to an assistant coach.
Luke Smith now at tailback, Gage Gallagher at fullback, Putnam under center, 2 receivers, 1 on each side of the field. Putnam takes a snap, getting a lot of pressure, a little screen, and that's going to be Gallagher. Breaks out of a tackle, gets to the 30, spins out of another tackle down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Nice run by Gage Gallagher, the 6-foot, 210-pound senior.
Nice effort there out of the senior. There's no quitting. Gage Gallagher, that's the second screen pass he took. He broke 3 tackles there, Joe, to pick up good yardage. Third and medium here.
48 seconds to go here, third quarter. Conotton Valley trails 42-7 to Caldwell. 42-0 to Caldwell, excuse me. Maybe foreshadowing a minute.
That could be, I hope so.
Be. 2 receivers to the far side. Twins formation. Luke Smith in the backfield. Putnam going to throw a quick screen and throws it behind his intended receiver, Cam Wright. If he catches that in stride ahead of him, that might have been a touchdown.
They were throwing a little switch route there, Joe. The outside receiver, Cam Wright, comes under the inside slot, which is Brooks Bauer. He goes on an arrow to the flag, and what it does is cross up those DBs. He was open, threw it behind him there, unfortunately, and couldn't complete it.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Again, we're headed to the fourth quarter. Caldwell leads 42-0. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Fall is in the air. Winter is coming. Call the propane guys at TMK Valley Propane. We make sure your home is warm and cozy all winter long. Serving your local area, we bring you the best in service. Call today.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Sports. Welcome back to Conotton Valley High School. The start of the fourth quarter, Caldwell leads Conotton Valley 42-0. Conotton Valley has it. 4th and 6 on the 28-yard line, of course, going for it. Shotgun formation. Has Gallagher at the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. Putnam to Gallagher from 28 yards out to get the Conotton Valley Rockets on the scoreboard now 42-6.
What a really nice drive there by the Rockets. If you remember, Joe, they started fairly deep in their own territory. It started with a nice screen to Gallagher and ends with a touchdown pass. And the senior really put them on their backs there on that drive, Joe, and puts them into the end zone.
Gage Gallagher with a 28-yard touchdown reception from Zach Putnam. 42-6 now. Conotton Valley Trails are going to go for 2 as Putnam's under center. They're going to turn, fake, has a receiver in the end zone. That's going to be Gallagher. He has it for the 2-point conversion now, 42-8. With 11:47 to go in the football game. Take a break, a Kaufman Realty timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC vitamins and minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Tailgating season is here, so why not do it in style with a new car, truck, or SUV from Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover. Choose a winning game plan when you bring your trade and ask about great financing options on any car, truck, or SUV on the lot. Joel and the Parkway CDJR team will help you shop and find the best deal for you. No hassle and no stress. Football season is the perfect time for a great deal, so pick a winner at Parkway Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover today. Your way, the right way. Visit ParkwayChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and drive forward.
WTUZ.
Conotton Valley High School 42-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley, 11:30 to go here in the football game. Conotton Valley just scored on a 28-yard touchdown reception to Gage Gallagher, and the 2-point conversion went to Gallagher as well. As the up man fields the ensuing kickoff, that was number 59.
The center, Joe.
The center, and that is Colby Langley, returning it up to almost midfield to about the 48-yard line. That's where Caldwell will take over.
Yeah, you know, nice drive there by the Rockets. They put something together, something to build on there. Offensively went right down the field using screens and throwing the ball there to Gallagher. Now defensively they need to stop.
Caldwell still with their starters in the football game, leading 42-8 with 11 minutes to go in the game. Bender in the shotgun with Sayre. Now going to take off. Running is Bender off the left side. Takes a shot inside Conotton Valley territory at about the 44-yard line. And that's going to be a very close to a first down, but looks like it's going to be just short. Bring up second down.
Yeah, second and short. The Redskins were in 3-by-1 there, Joe. 3 wide receivers in the field, 1 to the boundary. And then what they did was just a quarterback lead. They led the fullback to that 3-man side, went with the extra blocker there with the quarterback, and he ran it, just outnumbered them at the point of attack.
10:30 to go here in the ball game. 42-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. 2 receivers here on the near side. Now one, number 3, Hunter Parks, goes to the far side. Sayre in the backfield with Bender. He's going to flip it off to number 7.
Nice play.
Nice play as Alex Herlin is dropped in the backfield for a loss.
Gage Gallagher read that thing perfectly, Joe. Played the outside leverage, got off the block, shed the block, and made the stop for the loss.
Gallagher getting a little frustration out on that play, guys, since everything hasn't quite gone the way Conotton Valley's wanted to so far, but he's had himself a very nice game.
Yeah, Gage Gallagher with a touchdown reception and, of course, the 2-point conversion for the only points on the night for Conotton Valley, who trails 42-8 with 9:35 to go here in the game. Some big scores in the area. We'll get to a scoreboard update here in just a moment. Shotgun again. Sayre in the backfield with Bender. Bender takes a snap, drops back, looking, fires it over the far sideline. Deep pass intended for number 7, Alex Herlin, and he catches it at the 10-yard line and is down there. And that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
They took advantage of that cover 3, Joe. Single high safety in the middle, 2 corners on the outside, and the deep third. Brooks Bauer there, 5'9", just couldn't quite out-jump the 6'3" receiver there, and Alex Herlin.
Herlin with the reception now down to the 10-yard line for the Redskins, who lead 42-8 on the completion from Bender to Herlin. Shotgun, more of a pistol formation now with Sayre behind Bender in the backfield. Bender turns and hands off the left side into the 5, into the 1, into the end zone, touchdown. Marshall Sayre of the Caldwell Redskins extends the lead to 48-8.
Yeah, Caldwell answered right back on the big throw there from Cale Bender to Alex Herlin there, and they throw the 9 route down to about the 5 on a great catch there by Herlin, and then the next play, Sayre takes it into the end zone for the Redskins.
As Paisley Sidwell going to try the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good, and it's now 49-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. Auto Works Collision Center scoreboard update. The Garaway Pirates lead Claymont 56-0. Sandy Valley, they trail Indian Valley 42-14. Newcomerstown up on East Canton 20-14. Dover, they trail Canfield 14-13. New Philadelphia up on Mount Vernon 37-6. West Holmes shutting out Worcester 48-0. CVCA leads Fairless 22-14. Malvern shutting out Strasburg 28-0. Buckeye Trail all over TCC 34-0. Ridgewood leading Tusky Valley 35-7. And Carrollton shutting out Marlington 36-0 in the fourth quarter. That's a look at your scoreboard update.
Guys, I'm really very surprised by that New Philadelphia score. We talked about them not being able to have much of an offense throughout the past few weeks, and all of a sudden really popping it off against Mount Vernon.
Yeah, New Philadelphia putting some points on the board. Nathaniel Demuth with a 30-yard field goal. Keaton Faso a 43-yard touchdown pass as well. So Philly getting it done offensively here tonight against Mount Vernon. But our score, 49-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley with 8:25 to go here in the football game. Ball falls off the tee, and Caldwell kicker walks back up and puts it back on, and now back into the position to kick the ball away. It's going to be a high end over end kick, fielded at about the 18-yard line, and he's up here to the 30, and he's going to be brought down at about the 32, and that's where Conotton Valley will take over, trailing 49-8.
Last possession, Joe, we got a heavy dose of Gage Gallagher, and Evan Rice was on the sideline. And Gage Gallagher put the offense on his back and took him down the field. We'll see if they can repeat that performance here.
Looks like Evan Rice still on the bench getting tended to, so Luke Smith will be in at tailback for the Rockets. Gage Gallagher back in there at the fullback position. Putnam at quarterback, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. They're going to turn, fake, little throw back here to number 32 of the Conotton Valley Rockets, and he is going to be dropped as number 32 is Nolan Caldwell, and he gets dropped right about the 35-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1.
Alex Hernan there on the stop, and it was one-on-one out on the backside on that backside screen, and the Rockets can only pick up about 1.
7:10 to go here in the football game. 49-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley. I formation. They're going to hand off to Luke Smith into that line of scrimmage, and he's not going to get much, maybe 1. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Conotton Valley. Under 7 minutes to go. It's 6:50 as Caldwell leads 49-8.
3rd and long, Joe. That's not where you want to be if you're Zach Putnam, because the defensive line, they're going to put their ears back and they're going to pin them back and come after you here on 3rd down and 8.
Travis, just out of your opinion here, would it be worth a look at doing that end-around sweep again you tried last time?
Yeah, I'd actually throw out of that.
Putnam takes a snap, fires over the middle field, way over the head of his intended receiver. That was number 9, Damon Reardon. And he's tall, but he's not quite that tall. Reardon goes 6'3", 160, and that ball was about 5 feet over his head.
Yeah, that was a little bit over his head and a little bit behind there, and now they're going to have to punt it back to the Redskins here with under 6 minutes to go.
So 5:54 to go in the football game. Conotton Valley trails 49-8. Next week, folks, we'll be on the hill in Sugar Creek for the Garaway Pirates and Indian Valley Braves. A battle in the IVC South between two really good football teams. Punt's going to be high, spiraling punt. Going to take a Conotton Valley roll all the way down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. That's where Caldwell will take over. But back on the hill next week for Week 7, the Braves and Pirates both in
should be a good one.
Good standing. The Pirates are going to go in at 6-0 as they're leading Claymont 56-0. Indian Valley, they're going to go in at 4-2 as they are beating Sandy Valley 42-14. Going to be a good one on the hill next week. Of course, our Wood Electric pregame show starts at 5 o'clock. In the studio with the guys. Back out to us at about 6:40, and then kick off at 7 from Sugar Creek. Always a fun place to do a game on the hill.
Caldwell out in 3-by-1 again, Joe. They've had good success with middle screen here.
Starter still in the football game for the Redskins. Going to be a quarterback draw as Bender takes the low snap, gets up to maybe the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard. Did Cale Bender, the 5'10 junior.
Number 23 and number 22 to meet there in the backfield for the Rockets, Luke Smith and Drake Mullins there on the stop.
Is this surprising to you guys at all that Caldwell still has the starters in? Because I've been a little perplexed by that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's extremely surprising, kind of disappointing in my opinion, but who am I to say when to take out your starters? But you're up 49-8 with 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, that's not the only thing. In Week 6, too, you know, we're talking about playoff pushes, and you got to get worried for injury, don't you?
I would think so. It's not like Caldwell has a short bench. They probably have 20 guys standing over there that could be playing in this football game. Sayre takes another handoff, goes off the left side, out here to the 20, to the 25, to the 40, to midfield, cuts here to the middle of the field, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown, Marshall Sayre for the touchdown for the Caldwell Redskins, expands the lead to 55-8.
Long touchdown run there out of Sayre, goes left, cuts back middle, and outraces the Conotton Valley defense to the end line there, Joe, and the Redskins keeping the foot on the pedal.
The foot on the pedal for sure, 55-8. As Paisley Sidwell on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick, and it is up and good. And we'll head down to the sidelines and talk with Nick McWilliams. And Nick, we talked about it a little bit ago, but you know, the Conotton Valley Rockets trying to make something happen here with a big deficit on the scoreboard, and trying to make things happen here late in the football game to gain some momentum going into the rest of the season, as they're going to take a tough loss here tonight to Caldwell.
Well, they are, and guys, the thing is, though, I mean, you know, we'll talk sometimes about leaving points on the field. We'll talk sometimes about not capitalizing on opportunity, and this is of no offense at all to this Rockets organization, but I think tonight we're seeing the better team take control of the game and really manage it from start to finish. It is kind of disappointing because, you know, you see Conotton Valley still out here trying so hard, but as we mentioned with the starters still being in the game and now that long touchdown run, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder. It wasn't necessarily necessary, but then again, it is Conotton Valley's job to stop Caldwell. So hopefully this does not shake too much of the confidence of the Rockets. You know, they had some good performances earlier on this season. This obviously will not be one of them. But the bright side about having a game like this, is this the one that you just crumple up the paper that's in front of you, throw it in the trash can, and say, let's move on to the next week?
Absolutely. A real quick Auto Collision scoreboard update. As Garaway is a final now. They knock off Claymont 56-0. Indian Valley 42-14 over Sandy Valley. Newcomerstown expanded their lead 26-14 over East Canton. Dover Canfield headed to overtime, tied at 14. New Philadelphia up on Mount Vernon 37-6. West Holmes up on Worcester 48-6. CVCA leads Fairless 22-14. It's going to be a high end over and kick. Fielded at about the 11-yard line by Cam Wright, up here to the 20, to the 25, breaks out of a tackle, out here to the 40, to the 50, met one guy to beat, and he is dropped inside Caldwell territory at about the 48-yard line. He gets past that guy, and he's off to the races as Cam Wright, and that's where the Conotton Valley Rockets will take over, trailing 56-8. More scores real quick. Malvern, they shut out Strasburg 42-0. Buckeye Trail shutting out TCC 34-0. Ridgewood up on Tusky Valley 35-14, and Conotton Valley leads Marlington 36-0.
Guys, I know I always get on you for being impartial in moments like this, but I started jumping up and down because I thought Cam Wright was going.
I thought he was taking it to the house as well, as that pass is intended for Cam Wright and is thrown behind him.
Yeah, that play is just a little off time there for the Rockets. They're running the little cross route or switch route there. The outside receiver goes second right off the tail of the slot. They're both running X routes, or the inside guy's going to the flag, the outside guy's going on an arrow, and it's a timing thing. And it's just a little behind there from the Rockets. Great play design, just needs a little tweaking.
Do you think that the pressure all day from Caldwell has caused Putnam maybe to be in a hurry a little bit?
Yeah, under the lights things happen, but that play's been nice for them if they can work on it and complete it and get the ball out front.
Be a toss out here to Luke Smith. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. In fact, back into Caldwell territory at about the 49-yard line. Going to bring up third down with about 2:35 to go here in the football game.
Number 60, Jace Norman, the defensive tackle, and number 1, Dylan Wheeler, the outside linebacker, up with the stop.
.220 to go here in the game, 56-8. Caldwell leads Conotton Valley here on homecoming at Conotton Valley High School. Big Z Sports first out here at Conotton Valley High School to do a football game. Hopefully be back to do a basketball game in the winter at the Rocket Center. 2 receivers here, split to the near side. Now one goes in motion to the far side of the field. Putnam takes snap, screen, and that's going to be for Gallagher. He breaks out of the tackle and then trips over his own offensive lineman.
Yeah, he had something cooking there, Joe, to the outside, but his lineman kicks his feet out from under him. He goes down to Gallagher with $1:43 to go on a moving clock.
So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Rockets. And it looks like, see what happens here. They're going to punt the football away. They are going to punt the football away with 1:25 to go in the game. As Justin Lambert, the punter, gonna punt the football away. Gonna be a low line drive spiral kick, fielded at about the 25. Picks it up, does number 4, Braxton Dudley, and he is gonna be dropped at about the 37-yard line, and that's where Caldwell will take over. 1st and 10.
Nice tackle there by, looked like number 59. Yep, 59, Ben Haney, down on the stop for the Rockets.
61 seconds to go here in the game. Caldwell leads 56-8. Looks like Caldwell's finally going to wave the white flag and call off the dogs as they're going to take a knee here with 50 seconds to go in the ball game. So one more of those will probably do it, and this game will be final as Caldwell will knock off the Rockets 56-8. 35 on the play clock. They don't really even have to run a play here, and they do. They take a knee. Going to bring up third down now. And that's going to be it. And that's going to be the final score here at Conotton Valley High School. Caldwell 56, Conotton Valley 8. And we're going to be back, and we'll start our Parkway Quick Lane postgame show. That's after this. Again, final score, Caldwell 56, Conotton Valley 8. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Jeanette and Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn and New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Phil with the Ford Parkway Quick Lane Service. When the vehicle that transports your team needs maintenance, you expect it to be done accurately and quickly so you can get back on the road. Don't get sidelined by your vehicle. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my all-star team at Parkway deliver you the winning combination to keep you on the road and safe for the long haul.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome to the Commercial and Savings Bank. With CSB, you gain more than convenient access to products and services that promote your financial health. You're also invited into a network of relationships among customers, employees, and shareholders that contribute to the well-being and satisfaction of a community and its residents. We look forward to working with you.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics, in the business of making smiles, at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Dino Pergolini & Sons Equipment Incorporated is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. Offering the option to buy, rent, sell, or trade equipment is what separates Dino Rents from everyone else. With pickup and delivery or even field service available in their service department, Dino Rents can handle repairs needed for any make or model. Dino Pergolini & Sons Equipment is located just past Midvale Speedway and can be found on Facebook or contacted at 330-364-8055. Also offering a location in Caddis to better serve you.
As the Caldwell Redskins knock off Conotton Valley 56-8. And tough game for Conotton Valley here tonight, Trav. They got behind on the scoreboard early and often and could not find their rhythm offensively and kind of struggled here on homecoming.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the physicality of Caldwell overwhelmed them a little bit on the line of scrimmage, and they got to the second level without getting touched, and that's not a great recipe for stopping people. At this point, Conotton Valley, you kind of just take this loss, you throw it away, you come back, you got Frontier next week, you travel to Frontier, and you focus on that. And you know, they did put a nice drive together, put up 8 points, but most of the night they struggled a little bit, but there was no give up in the Rockets.
Absolutely not. They were out there fighting all the way through.
Sure.
And good to see their effort here tonight against a good Caldwell team, very physical team. They have some really good playmakers on that team over there. In my opinion, left in a little bit too long, but you know, who am I to judge
Sure.
Another team? So Caldwell with the big win here tonight, 56-8 over Conotton Valley. And that's going to do it here from Conotton Valley High School. Again, next week, don't forget, folks, Big Z Sports will be back on the air at 5 o'clock with our Wood Electric pregame show in the studio. And we'll head out to the hill in Sugar Creek as myself and Travis and Shannon Thomas will be on the hill for the Garraway Pirates and the Indian Valley Braves, the 6-0 Pirates against the 4-2 Indian Valley Braves in a big-time slobber knocker of a IVC South matchup.
Sure.
Between two teams.
Two sledgehammers.
No, it's going to be a fun matchup on the hill next week. Again, kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have the game for you on 99.9 WTUZ and streaming live on our YouTube channel. As always, big thanks to Claxon Communications tonight and of course the crew here led by Lydia Brady. We appreciate it, and they always do a nice job for Big Z Sports. Big thanks to our sponsors, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Altman Hospital, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, TMK Valley Propane, Hartzler's Quality Housing, the Adams Board, First Federal Community Bank, the Jeff Wallach LLC, Red Zone, Dr. Nathan Springer, Kaufman Realty, First National Bank of Denison, the Parkway Quick Lane postgame, which we are in right now. And of course, Mac and Turf will have our Player of the Week coming up in our postgame show with the guys in the studio. And the team's right now enjoying some ice-cold chocolate milk thanks to the Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers and your local Bueller stores. But for everybody here, the Claxton Communications crew, Nick McWilliams and Travis McClellan, I'm Joe Geckler saying good night, Z Country.
Thanks for listening to tonight's presentation of Big Z Sports and Claxton Communication High School play-by-play action. Be sure to subscribe to Big Z Sports on YouTube, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.